Alright guys, here we are, it's AvgUSGamer and AnceldaAce, your normal host. So we have AvG, he's scared because his face recently got, it's a hat.
It's not like it wasn't much better before.
Yeah, but so we decided we're going to start off the video by showing off our beautiful hats and my mask.
This was supposed to be for a school project, but
Yeah, so
things don't work out that way.
So show off your Doug Dimmadome hat.
It really is a Doug Dimmadome hat.
Alright,
Really
come on, bring it down.
Oh.
Oh yeah, more.
Oh god.
Look how long this
The Twin Towers fell again.
Oh no! And obviously I have my my wooden mask, because I'm epic.
I still think it looks better on me with the hood on, but
Well, I don't have a thing anyways. So yeah, let's get into the show. All right. 3, 2. All right. So here we are. We're maskless and hatless because his hat kind of broke. So sad.
well, it's been broken. It's been sitting around for a couple of days.
So first thing we got to do always. What are we drinking?
Well, now we're advertising it now, so
Not really. We're not #so not sponsored.
No, not yet, but well, hopefully.
No, this would probably be the closest to actually being able to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got the blackberry moonshine and lemonade, and right now I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Well, you did combine 3 things.
What do you mean 3 things?
Lemonade.
No, I just had the blackberry.
Well, then why don't you give me the apple pie?
Because I'm gonna drink that
Well,
later.
see, he's just an idiot. Anyways, so what I'm having an Immortal 32 rum.
No, I'm thinking ahead because I'm
Light.
gonna mix some with that
Long,
later on.
I don't know what you call it. And a Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew, in fact. And I gotta be healthy.
It's so dumb.
So,
I just hate that.
So when was it? I think it was, what was it, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday when I started getting these robo texts. So first off, we're going to start
Talk
off.
about a segue.
Yeah, this is a great segue, right? So we're going to go into this beautiful robo. Okay, so here we are. Everything should be fine. Okay, so I sent a few of these to Saul, but he doesn't see them all. And I had to blur some images. Because I don't know how YouTube friendly these are. So let's just get into it.
What did you do?
So I got this message at 10:09 p.m. Braden, my name's not Braden, obviously. Remember me. This is Alora. We met at Alora's costume party and traded numbers. I'm back here for a little bit. If you would like to for sure meet up, I can't read this. Meet up if you're available or you up for it. That's giving me a stroke just trying to read. The grammar does not get
How about
better.
I read the bot text and you read your text?
No, okay, sure, let's do that. Okay, we'll start that next. Okay, so, and I responded, why would you say Alora's party if you are Alora? You can do better, bot. Because, oh yes, remember when I gave you my number at Ancel's party? I am Ancel. Who talks like this?
At Ancel's party, I am.
So I was like, okay, this is obviously one of those robo-bot texts. So then...
That's right. I forgot about this.
So read it exactly how it, yeah.
Are you going to the event tonight? I can't decide what to wear. Help.
Like,
wait.
or
I can't decide what to wear. Help. There we go.
No, you should be like, are you going to the event? Like in that voice. It's like the
Are
actual.
you going to the event
Oh
tonight?
my
I can't decide what to wear.
So if she sends me this picture of her in a bra, I had to censor. I don't know how much. You can kind of see it, but you don't.
Get some cake in the background.
No, I already did that. So, and then I replied, maybe you should wear a leather helmet because you're fucking retarded. Because that's just so dumb.
Right. So they even respond to you after that.
Yes.
No.
There's more. There's plenty more. Don't worry.
No way. You must have gave me a wrong number. What a child. What are your plans tonight?
And I'm like, what do you mean? I am Braden. I met you at Alora's sex costume party. You were a meanie when you touched my weenie. Unconsensually, might I add. She unconsensually touched my weenie at the party.
But that's not sexual assault. Remember, that's just
And it's just
girls
fun,
being girls.
and it's just hilarious. Like,
Babe, it's complicated. Wait, fuck. It's completely free to sign up. I am also. He's giving me his dyslexia. It might ask for a credit card, but read the terms. You don't have to pay to see.
It's like, where did this come from? It like came out of
You
nowhere.
didn't even talk about anything. Like, what do you?
It just-
what terms?
Bot just came out of nowhere. So then I replied, "You are so funny. What do you mean? You said you would subscribe to my OnlyFans. You said that you would give me your credit card information." So I'm just trying to I'm just messing with her because I'm like, this is obviously a bot. I just want to see how far it goes.
Dude, like none of this is coherent. It's not like there's no continuation to this.
And then she goes back to the party.
I was thinking about going to a party, but I think that exciting night at home might be worth the while. In the mood for some fun tonight?
Literally, it keeps getting worse. Her grammar keeps getting the bot's
Like who
grammar.
uses numbers in their text?
The bot's grammar keeps getting worse and worse as it continues. So then I respond, "I just need the 16 digits on the front, the expiration date, and the security code on the back for me to sign you up for my OnlyFans." You know, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
And it continues.
That fucking minx?
No. Alright, so then I guess I mixed up some of these pictures, so.
Yeah, you just skipped a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'll come back to them.
Okay.
So, read.
Want to see what you'd be in for if you were here? I'd take some really beautiful photos.
What do you mean? It's my OnlyFans. I'll even wear my Pokemon onesie that I found in the dumpster for you.
Fuck.
Just
If
like,
only you were here to touch it, would you
like that? And then she sends me a cake pic. Okay, so now I gotta go back.
Holy shit, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
that. Oh my god.
No, and then it gets better, so I mean. And so I'm like, touch what? That ass is flatter than mine.
Oh my god. I wish you could feel your cock right now. What the fuck? This escalated so fast.
Exactly.
I'm very wet. Where's your fave place to do it? Oh.
And then I just said, okay, I'll just do this. Wow, you don't even know the I misspelled difference between right and right. So sad. Right means the direction right, or to be correct in something. Also,
I didn't even know how far you took this shit.
Also, the way you used it would be correct if it denotes a specific moment in time. However, you used right, such as the traditional or ceremonial action. You really do need that little helmet, huh? I was just like, what? It's like, well, this is just so dumb. Like, I'm just memeing.
I like it anywhere at any time. No, I like it anywhere at any time. Don't make me second guess myself. I wish you were here so that I could show you. Are you a tit or ass guy?
I don't even know how the hell you misspelled like that badly. The Y. I want to say W.
The
I can't speak. I can't think. I was going to say it again. The
You
Y.
were trying to correct
the
me.
Y. The Y is not directly next to the I, but I guess you're too stupid. SMH.
How ab right here? Think you could handle
Like, hold on.
how ab?
That's not it. They got mixed up. Okay, that's stupid. Anyways, so then she sends me this pic. She just squatted down.
Uh-huh.
That looks so fake on so many levels. It's actually quite funny. Cause like it's really hard to see her on the image there, but there's like a grainy filter on the whole thing. So I'm like, this is probably like for image detecting or something.
Hmm.
And the face looked like a filter, like bad.
I'm real, but you're acting weird now. So okay.
No, and then I was like, wow, I'm impressed that your AI is able to detect the word fake. Not too shabby.
Wish I could see you. Have you ever done a video chat?
And then I texted the Todd Howard with a shotgun and a Teletubby fucking outfit. This is me. How do you like kissy face?
Let's do this. I can see where that takes us, and we can see where that takes us, and hopefully it'll result with you in my bed.
I'm still confused as to what we are doing. It's just like,
Oh my god.
and then
I am already up on the video site, and if you tap this photograph, you can sign up to chat with me.
nothing. She wasn't naked. She just had the dress overflowing the certain bit of the area. The area, yeah. So then I obviously posted kind of sus, because that's sus.
Mhm.
The image also wasn't a link, it was literally just a picture. Like this is literally just a link on the picture.
Yeah.
So then she replied with this for some reason.
I have Facebook, but I hardly ever use it.
Yeah. So like, what is book face you speak of?
Have you logged in? I am very horny. And I don't think this pussy can wait any longer. What's your username?
Okay. So if I remember correctly what I wrote, Otoshi no Nobunaka wo... Okay, I have no idea what I wrote. Okay, so basically the gist of what this Japanese is saying is, I am Obunaka, or my name is Obunaka. I live in Tokyo, or Kyoto, I can't remember which I put, and I like blue milk. Yeah, I just put that.
Why?
Because it's just random enough. It's like maybe the bot's gonna die after this, which it did. This was the last picture. So after that, literally nothing happened. Because, I mean, the bot just died. So like, there was just nothing for it to do. Mm. But I just found it so funny that it was just so stupid. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that I could not follow that conversation. It even made less sense since you jumbled everything up.
Yeah, that's... Well, they're not going to see it jumbled up. So, they're good. But, like, it was just like, really? Like, it's just funny. Because remember, we had a teacher back in high school that we'd get robocalls all the time. Just, like, telemarketers and crap. So we would give it to our teacher, and then she would just make the dumbest shit up. Like, peanut butter?
I do not remember this.
Oh, my God. He has a leather helmet in his bedroom right now, actually.
Shut the fuck up. You need him more than that.
Anyway, so we would have a teacher. She would, like, if a student had a phone call, it was like a spam. The teacher would get the phone and she just like start just like harassing the person. It's like making fun of them, like, yo, what you doing? One time there was a guy who she called Peanut Butter, and I just insisted that his name was Peanut Butter. Oh, hi, Peanut Butter. Hi, like, oh, you're doing good, Peanut Butter. Like, she just kept saying his name was Peanut Butter.
Who was this?
Fucking, and how does memory loss equate to being fucking mental retardation? I got the fuck.
Well, you just retarded either way.
No, you're more. You could have made a simple fucking text, and even if it was retarded.
Anyways, so then the funny thing was about that, because Peanut Butter, like, he got so frustrated, he hung up. This was like a 10-minute phone call, just in the middle of class. And I don't want to say her name because I don't want her to get in trouble, even though this was like 5 years ago. But and then the funny part was, another phone rang like 30 seconds after he hung up, and it was the same dude. And she heard the guy's name, Peanut Butter! And he's like cussing her out, and then he hangs up. It was just hilarious, because she puts it on speaker, too.
Dude, I feel like I would remember this, too. How the fuck?
Maybe you were in a different class.
Yeah, maybe, because I did not remember anybody who answered other people's fucking spam phone calls.
Well, I guess we could, this is going to be a pretty big topic, this next one. So I think we should cut here and just take a little restroom break or something. All right, and we're back. So after that, it was a pretty short first intro. We were just talking about random crap.
Yeah, it was kind of out of nowhere, but
I just wanted to share with you the just sheer stupidity of the bot being stupid. I think it was funny. So I don't know what he's doing. He's just being rude on my podcast, bro. You're the co-host.
On my phone like the entire time last podcast. Like, fuck you mean?
What a terrible co-host.
And I can still talk while I'm looking.
Comment down below your resume for co-host. I need a new one. Shaking my head.
I don't care.
Well, the next topic I had lined up was high school shit. Because we teased at the end of the last, technically 2 podcasts ago, but the last one we recorded. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the wild shit that happened to us in high school. Mainly him.
Yeah, he didn't have no fucking...
I've had a little bit, but not like...
I don't know how the fuck I was even involved in this shit.
I was pretty under the radar, because I don't like being...
He wasn't good enough of a friend to...
No. The funny thing is, I was below the radar on purpose, because I didn't like being in the drama, but I liked knowing about the drama. Like, I knew about all this
stuff. You like hearing about the drama.
Yeah, I knew about all the stuff that was happening because I had people that were in the drama. Well, you're going to learn anyway. So, what do you want to start off with first? Let's start off with a smaller. Let's start with the $5 bill.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I already went into pretty explicit... not explicit.
Illicit. Illicit?
No, just... No. A lot of detail of my past relationship, right?
With his ex, podcast. This was during that time.
Mm-hmm. And, it was in the middle, not in the middle, but it was during that time, and, because my ex was in, was she a flute or no? She was a clarinet, right?
I don't know. I think clarinet maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her. Yeah, okay. Yeah. She was a clarinet.
She was a clarinet, and we were in high school, and so there's going to be a group of kids from junior high moving up to high school, right? Or I don't know if she was a freshman at that point. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so, but I feel like there was a junior higher.
Yeah.
That's
probably
in the clarinet section.
Probably an 8th grader.
Mm-hmm. That was moving up. That was there for some reason. I don't remember why she was there.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like practice? I have no idea.
No, because they would go to the junior high band.
Yeah, I don't know.
have no idea.
She was there for some fucking reason, and I guess they were friends or like they just knew each other. So we were hanging out. Was this also during the time where she was sitting on my lap in the cafeteria?
No, I think that I wasn't here for this. I was at soccer practice because I was a big soccer.
I feel like that was at that time too, though.
I think that might have. I thought that was after. I thought you were just like
maybe
it was in the hallway. I don't know.
No, we were in the cafeteria.
I wasn't there.
We were just hanging there when we were talking at the table, and I don't know how it happened either. We were just talking, just trying to kill time. And she pulled out a $5 bill. I forgot what it was for, like lunch maybe?
That's what she said, I guess.
And she was like waving it around like it was the best thing ever. I don't even know how to describe it. Like she's just waving it around like we should be envious of her.
$5 bill.
And so, me being annoyed and thinking this was stupid, I grabbed the $5 bill and ran away with it. And was just trying to keep it away from her as a joke. And she came running at me and like trying to pull it back away from me, like fight for it and get it back. And in the scuffle, whatever the fuck, the $5 bill ripped and had like I don't know if it was in half or just ripped.
Probably
in half, yeah. And she started freaking out, like crying or something like that. She was just like so devastated about this $5 bill. She was like, "Oh my god, this is the only money I had for lunch. I'm gonna starve to death now because I don't have my fucking money."
Oh
my god, it was so dumb.
He was telling me this the first time. I was like, "Why is she even waving it around?"
Yeah,
apparently this deathly important.
It's so important to you. Why the fuck were you waving it around like you didn't care what happened to it? Like,
yeah, for real. It's just like that just seems stupid.
And so I don't remember what happened after that. I feel like I was just it was a joke. Like, how about you don't fight somebody for a fucking dollar bill?
Well, no. And the funny thing was, he offered to give her a $5 bill out of his own wallet. It's like, yeah, just take this.
She wouldn't take it. I don't think.
No, because
it was so adamant. It's like, no, it had to be this $5 bill, and you fucking ruined it.
It's just like, what's the difference? It's
like,
$5.
yeah, I'm making up the money right now and shit. I could pay you back.
Or you could just go down to the bank down the street.
Yeah, that's what we brought up. Like,
literally not even a block away. You just go down the street.
I think you told me
and replace
that.
it.
Like, yeah, you just go to a bank, and if you have like a defaced or ruined
damaged
bill,
it's like it's
go to them and they'll
replace it.
give you a new one.
Yeah.
But no, apparently that wasn't an option either. She was just so like that was the only $5 bill she could use. It's so dumb. So I think just went about my day. I don't know if this was the same day. I feel like it was.
It probably was. It probably was later.
The bitch had the nerve enough to go to the band director and called her mom too, and the band director, and starts complaining to them about me ripping her $5 bill. And it was such a big crime. And the mom took it the worst apparently because she was like threatening to sue me, a high school kid.
She wanted to sue him.
Maybe like barely a sophomore.
$5. No, we were probably juniors at the time.
I don't know.
Because you were dating your ex whenever I was dating my second.
I feel like I was
so junior.
Before though. No? I don't know.
Yeah, it was summer band. You started dating junior year. Because that's when our other friend would become a drum major. So yes, junior year.
Alright, so I'm a junior. Over a fucking $5 bill. And I was sitting here thinking, like, how... That's just such a bad idea. If you can't afford to give your kid more than $5,
how are you going to go through
the only $5 bill she could have, how the fuck are you going to afford a lawyer and take a high school kid to
Well, no,
court?
and then I was like, the judge is literally like...
Probably just throw that shit out. It's just like...
It's like, pay the kid. It's like, you, the mother, pay this guy $5 for wasting his time.
That would have been so hilarious.
It's like, you owe him $5 for wasting his time.
just for even bringing this up, you will pay for his lawyer and everything. He does not.
You wouldn't even need a lawyer. You just walk in like,
Yeah.
I let her have a $5 bill. She can take it.
I offered to pay her back. I even gave her several alternatives of how to replace her dollar bill. Like, it was an accident. It was just a joke. It's not like I mugged her and fucking stole it or something.
No. So yeah, that was pretty. That was a Karen moment.
Yeah, it really was a Karen moment. That was before we even knew what Karens were, honestly.
Well, no, I think it was the beginning around Karen times. 2016?
I don't know. I don't remember that.
It was around the time I think it started becoming more mainstream.
Karen back then. I don't think.
I think it started becoming more mainstream around that time.
Or maybe it didn't have, like, maybe they knew the type of people, but it probably didn't have a title yet. I don't know. And, but that wasn't the end of it. So after that, or after she threatened me, the band director took me in, and he was like, "Oh, you better thank me. I really saved your ass here. I just convinced her not to sue you." And I'm like, she was gonna sue my ass anyway.
It's like, dude, if she sued me, I was like, I don't give a shit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, motherfucking, my parents hear about this. Oh, he's gonna lay into her ass.
That'd be hilarious. I'm gonna timestamp this. Timestamp it.
Oh my god.
Hey, your mom again. But like, it's just,
but yeah, he was like, taking all the credit, saying, "Oh yeah, I convinced her not to do it, and I also calmed her the fuck down."
well, like, and he lorded it over you too afterwards.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you owe me and shit." And it's like, no, I don't.
It's like, the fuck I don't.
Like, this is the dumbest thing, like, ever, I feel like. And you're over here thinking you did something. It's just like, no, you didn't. This is just one of the many reasons why I hate the fucker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this, honestly, this was like one of the more tamed things that have happened.
Yeah.
This man just...
that was definitely the tamest, I think. I can't really remember much else off the top of my head that was like...
Tamer.
Tamer.
Well, I mean, think of bigger ones.
I have gotten slapped a couple times by girls. Fucking.
That's it. You have to slap the whole face.
I don't understand why.
I guess they didn't like you.
Well,
well, one stabbed you. One, no, that one that did beat up.
It was more just like heartbreak. That was the fucking heartbreak.
Oh, was it the tuba one you're talking about?
Hmm?
You're talking about the tuba one? In junior high?
No, I'm talking about the corn dog.
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was...
we didn't go into any of that past stuff. We only talked about his ex. Not even his...
I don't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
That is just a weird time.
We don't want to discuss junior high. That was... Well, you also had scandal in junior high, but... Not nearly as severe.
Nah, hell no.
But we might as well just say it, because I was involved in this one, too.
Yeah, okay, so what would we call it? So I got involved.
No, it was literally just an argument. If even, because it was me, you,
but
some
police got involved
on that.
Wait, what are we?
Junior high.
Junior high? Oh no, not that.
Yeah.
We're talking about high school.
No,
what are you talking about? Junior high? Then?
Whenever you got sent to the principal's office. Yeah, so I was gonna say
that was some bullshit.
This is where I don't know what. I think I just have the ability to fade in the background when I feel like it.
No, it's just because you're fucking white.
No, because one of our friend was white and yelling at another dude, so it does not matter.
But he was part of the fucking problem, so like, of course they're gonna get on him.
But this isn't the first time either.
Okay, so let's give you more context here. So we're in junior high, and junior high is a weird time too.
It's a shitty time.
It was pretty shitty.
Like in
junior high and high school are kind of
because you're going through the transition where you don't have like a recess period, which is dumb.
Like all we had was lunch, and like
it was really good.
Outside.
So
we played 2 square.
2 square, yeah. So 2 square, we would have literally a basketball and like something on the sidewalk. It has a little crease in it, and then the crease.
That's a line, and
we would have people.
Sure, people have played 4 square, right? It's literally that, but it's only
modified.
two players.
And bro, we went hard. Like we would have people lining up, for like 30 people lined up.
Yeah,
that shit was so
like
fun.
tournaments and shit. Like, oh man.
Dude, I was a monster at that.
I was also when I tackled our friend. You don't remember that? It was on accident. I feel like I was playing, and then I was going off to get back in line, and I tripped, and I went
fell
head straight into his chest.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it knocked the wind out of both of us. I don't know how the hell that happened.
You probably just shocked.
Yeah, but like I literally tackled him and fucking we were both on the ground dying, and like I thought I was literally gonna die. That was the first time I had the wind knocked out of me. Yeah, it makes no sense. I was just like struggling, but
yeah, 2 square was really simple. Like literally, it's just like 4 square, but 2 people. But yeah, so you would only be able to like stay in the squares. So we were. So
you
like,
just had to keep the ball moving. Just like
I don't know. I don't know if that was
basically like tennis, just without the racket.
Pretty much.
You hit once, and then you have
well,
to hit
no,
it back.
like yeah. So you would have to hit your square first, and then you have to hit it back.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you would like spin that shit. You would fucking punch it. Like we would do crazy like trick shots. Like
could you go out to save it?
Yeah, you have like
yeah.
you weren't bound to your square, but it did help.
Mm-hmm.
So people,
I think you just couldn't cross into the other person's square. Right?
No, yeah, like towards the end, like towards like higher end, like where I was at, we would have to be like in a square behind our square, just like because we're just like slamming it. But so I don't know if that argument started from that.
I honestly do not remember how it started.
I don't remember.
I feel like we were just talking, and then maybe one of our friends said something and just really offended or just annoyed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
but okay, so we were like. I would say it's a migratory period between friends. Like we had a couple.
It was just literally us at that point.
But and there was this one friend group that we were talking about. They were way into D&D, and that was fucking. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we never did anything. Anyway.
But so we were outside and we were talking. I don't remember how it started really, but two of them started arguing, and it got pretty like
heated. Like they were like yelling and shit.
They weren't fighting, but like
they just yelling.
Yeah, it just got heated, and I swear to God, it's always got to be some snitch that goes around and fucking tells.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really. I mean, it was kind of obvious when we were in the middle of like the outside.
But I don't think
patio.
there's ever really any fucking teachers out there.
No, there's like I think there's like one just like randomly around.
I don't know, but like.
But they were being loud.
But yeah, they noticed that somebody told them, and freaking, they had to break us up. And me and him were just like all of our other friends were just like bystanders. Like,
yeah, we're just kind of
trying to break them
like, oh, dude, chill,
or witnesses at the
like,
very
chill.
least to it. And yeah, we were trying to get them to stop. Like we didn't get physical or anything. And so after that, I guess it was a big enough problem that everybody had to get sent to the office. Or not everybody.
No,
yeah, I'll get to that.
This is the starting of like
the two that were arguing obviously got sent.
I have gotten in trouble, but see the thing is,
I also got sent to the office, but apparently I was labeled. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's what it was. I got sent because they thought I was bullying. I think they fucking. I guess one of them said something, and then misinterpreted it. Yeah, they misinterpreted it as he was bullying him.
Yeah.
When it could have just been a joke or something, or he just took it way too seriously, or just
something
too personally.
But
I wasn't part of it. I was actively trying to stop
You're just
it.
like, yo, chill.
So when I got sent up there, they're like, "Why were you bullying him?" and shit like that. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I was just there watching.
I was here like, bro,
break it up. Like he was there too, and he was doing the exact same thing. How come he didn't get sent to the fucking office and accused of bullying?"
Well, see, here's the thing. I can get my way out of trouble, but if I get actually like stuck with stuff, yeah. Because I know the thing is, I can get away with most things because like slinking back and like hiding, like not really hiding, but just like.
Well, I got away with a lot of stuff too.
But I'm the only one that's actually gotten in trouble.
Yeah, this is fucking weird.
I'll tell you.
I don't think I've ever gotten.
Not like that. That was so stupid.
Like I've been sent to the office plenty of times, and I feel like I should have gotten in trouble, but I don't know. Maybe they never got around to it. Anyway, or they just forgot. I don't know. But
so yeah, they were just like they called him to the office.
Yeah, I was sitting there for so long outside the office, and my neck was burning because it's like. It's not the first time I've been sent to the office, but I had no idea why I was there for. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, no, it's just my neck was burning. I don't know.
I'm just nervous.
That situation again, and they had me waiting out there for the longest time. They finally took me in. It was the vice principal, I think.
Yeah.
He was fat, and I didn't like him.
No one did. He was kind of.
And yeah, he was like interrogating me, like laying on me and shit. Like, why were you bullying him? It's like, I wasn't bullying. I was a witness and actively trying just to stop it. Like, didn't get physical or anything. Like, the other two even said that they were the only two.
Yeah, like literally people that were.
Everybody else was just witnesses. So I was like, I don't know.
Or trying to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know how I got caught up in. I was one of the bulliers. Like, what the fuck is that? And he didn't. This is something that just pisses me off.
No, and I was expecting it too because I'm like, okay, well, Saul got called up. Obviously, I'm gonna get called up. One day went by, 2 days, a week. I was like, well, I'll be damned. I didn't do anything,
dude. And like, I was basically star student for like the entirety of my school career.
Well, we were both
and
pretty
junior
good.
high, I was still pretty high.
I didn't know how.
I'm not sure if our other friends were high.
No,
Definitely not. They just moved in. I feel like, so probably not. So I was still literally the star student, and they're over here thinking I was bullying this motherfucker. Like, no.
Well, no, that would have been pretty cliche, because like, the star students are always like the biggest dicks in like movies and stuff.
Like the two-sided shit.
Yeah.
Two-faced, like, oh, they're good and academically and on the outside, but really they're shit.
Yeah, shit personality. But yeah, I was like, okay, well, I guess I got it. Okay, well, it doesn't bother me.
But yeah, but like, I don't think I ever actually got in trouble. I don't know how that situation got resolved. Like,
I think they just detention. I think they had detention.
I feel like I told them, yeah, like that I wasn't part of the bullying, but I don't know if they believed me. But I don't think I got detention.
No, you didn't get anything. I think they did.
Yeah,
they were testifying like, hey, yo, he literally was trying to break it up.
So like, yeah, nothing came out of it, I guess. But I was just so fucking offended as shit.
So he kept his clean streak. He kept his clean slate through high school. No, me, I was marred.
Actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've kept it.
I was a tarnished, dirty child before I even got to junior high. I was elementary. I was in the prisons, bro. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, yeah, because like, okay, back mainly I started. It was just elementary. It's for the dumbest shit. Because in elementary school, I mean, we're dudes. We're pretty energetic, especially in like the younger grades. So
should have told them about the crushes.
No, we can do that another time. So I'm over here one day just like tapping a pencil in one class. The teacher says stop. So I'm like, okay, I stopped for a little bit. And then I'm just like, over here, just like, okay, bro. Just tapping again. She's like, all right, detention. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, bro.
What kind of jump is that? I was like just tapping a pencil.
I'm over here like, I'm like, what did I? I'm like, tapping a pencil, bro. And yeah, so I got detention. So fucking boring. And that was like in second grade when I got detention.
Yeah, that's such a stupid reason.
I was like, what the hell? And even younger, I thought I was good and like arrested one time because this was in like first grade. No, or maybe that was fourth grade. I got detention. Second grade, because there's like an intercom system in school, so there's a button that called the office. Well, apparently, someone during a passing period pressed the button, and they could hear everybody in the class. And I know who did it too, and it was on accident. That's the thing. Like his backpack brushed up against it.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, whatever. And then like they had like the office like, oh, do you want anything? And we're leaving, so we didn't know what happened. So later, my homeroom teacher, fat bitch, you wouldn't know her. I don't
remember.
She was, oh my god. So she pulled me out into the hallway and was like, did you push the button? I heard you pushing the intercom. I'm like terrified over here, like this fat, like, so what's the name of the girl, that old hag from The Incredibles? Mike Wazowski.
Incredibles?
You know what I meant. Monster Inc. Monster Inc.
I don't fucking know her name.
Well, okay, so if you can imagine
the slug bitch.
Yeah, a Mexican woman that looked like her, that's exactly who it looked like. Exactly who it looked like. The hair and everything.
That is fucked.
The hair and everything. And she was like, you did it! I don't know who did it! I'm like fucking like crying over it. I'm like 5. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know why the fuck.
She's like, I heard you on the intercom. I heard you on the intercom.
You're really gonna traumatize this kid over fucking the smallest thing.
And then I'm like, I did it. Because I'm like, I was fucking terrified.
Yeah, it's literally fucking police interrogation.
Yeah, I just wanted her to stop yelling. I was like, so then it's like, yeah, I got a red face.
Oh, yeah.
The red faces. And then my dad was like, what the hell is this? My dad's like, what is this? I'm like, she said I pushed the button, but I didn't push the button. She's like, oh, okay, whatever. It's a fucking red face. Who gives a shit? But that was the first memory. I was like, I got in trouble. I was like, what the? I didn't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
That's really how I get in trouble. Is me not doing really anything.
Now that I think about it, I got sent to the office over like the same thing basically, like for every time. Like it's over an argument. Yeah. But the first one that I remember, I think that was the first time I got sent to the office. I don't remember anything after before that because again, star student, fucking parents grooming me into being that way. So yeah, I had another friend back in elementary school, and we had music class.
Oh god, yeah.
And
that's some shit.
And we had a substitute
who was
this fucking paper white fucking emo
Oh. Well, no,
stuck up bitch. I
was
swear to God.
actually, she kind of reminds me of your ex.
But she had black long hair.
But like, if she was like that, kind of,
she was
a
just
little bit. Just the way she acted.
Snobby, I feel like. She's paper white though, and like wore black and shit. And she was our substitute.
Cringy.
And we were gonna leave to go to another class because you know how we lined up and we had to all walk down to the hallway to go to
On the third
class.
time.
And so I don't know how it started again. Me and my friend started arguing. It wasn't like, and not as heated as in junior high. Like we were literally just like a disagreement.
Just
in
like,
opinion. I don't know. Maybe I thought Assassin's Creed 4 was better than 3, something like that.
Some dumb shit.
Yeah,
like that.
literally like that. But then this one tall white bitch that we also had in our class, she had an eye patch on because she got stabbed in the eye.
She was a pirate.
But apparently she's like thought it was like a vicious fight or something that she needed to stop. She went in between. It's like, guys, stop fighting! It's
over dramatic.
Saw this shit and it's like, both of y'all, office right now. It's like, what the fuck?
Like what?
We were just like
arguing.
A petty argument that didn't even matter, and it just
Nothing escalated.
Just because this bitch thought like, oh, well, I need to stop this, and now we get
Well,
sent to the office.
that's the thing. Like that's the difference between guys and girls. Like we can get in guys, we can get in fucking vicious arguments. We do this all the time with Death Book, and we're like just on Discord.
But it's not gonna come to blows.
No.
Well, most of the time.
Let's just say technically, you're the only one of our friends that has not been in a fight.
Yeah.
No, I really
like
don't.
An actual fight.
I don't count how Death Boken's was. I really don't count mine because I'll get to this in a minute. But Death Boken, that was more like a homoerotic wrestling match in the band hall.
Wait, are you talking about our other friend?
No, I'm talking about Death Boken and the one random like.
Oh, that's right.
And that one girl's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is more like homoerotic wrestling. Like, it was not a real fight. It was pretty pathetic.
I feel like I remember that. Yeah.
I was watching this. I'm like, dude, you don't like, bro. This is not fighting. Like they were like,
he always like posting shit. It's like, oh, if I was in a fight, I'd probably handle my own shit.
Bro, I was kind of embarrassing and cringing. I was like,
it's like this ain't even a fight, dude. They're just rolling around.
I was like, there's no punches thrown. They're just like hugging each other. I've been like, you like haymakers. You just haymaker. I was like, you got a haymaker, just like spot, pop, pop. But you know, I'm not gonna say I've been in a fight. No, I've not been in a real fight where I'm having to fight someone. I think I'll be fine overall, but
like I've definitely thrown punches, but like
not at another person. No. We're gonna leave it there. And so I'm gonna give me another drink because I'm thirsty.
I can down this real quick.
All right, and we're back. So first off, before we get into any more stories of mine or yours, we're gonna start off with our drinks. So, your boy, this is my favorite rum as of right now, the cherry vanilla rum from Captain Morgan. I think smacks, and I have it with that Coke.
Yeah, it's all right. And then I got again blackberry moonshine, but this time I mixed it with Sprite because the other was not that good.
I don't know. It's just so smooth. This cherry vanilla is just so smooth. Unlike me, it's a smooth criminal, unlike how I was back in the 3rd grade.
Oh my god.
Great transition, right?
Jesus
anyway,
Christ.
so
it's fucking cringe.
So this is really what happened was in the 3rd grade. So I'm the only one of our friends that actually really got into any trouble. I have detentions on I had detentions, and I have 3 in-school suspensions. Oh, yeah. It was supposed to be a week of in-school suspension, I think. Yeah, just a week. Anyways, so I'm over here. We're on a playground where all this shit happens.
Mm-hmm. Shit goes down.
Some friends of mine, we were playing, and then one of them like messed with the other one, and so they started arguing, and then they started like pushing each other, right? Mm-hmm. Starting a little fighty. They started like on grappling and shit. So I'm over here being a good friend, like, hey, I'll break it up. I'm literally like, okay, guys, moving and separating.
Well, you gotta know, you just can't do that now.
No, and nothing happened. We just went around. We just went back our 2 days. We just left. We went after. It's like we just let our playground, the recess bell, whatever they did. Mm-hmm. It ended. So we're just leaving. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're fine. No.
Come back to hall, y'all.
Yeah, I got called to the office. I see both of them in there. I'm like, oh shit.
No,
someone. Yeah, so like I was like, and they were like really scared. I'm over here like, okay. I was like, I did nothing wrong, so why am I scared? And I was telling one of them because the other one was getting interrogated. I was like, tell the principal nothing. Tell them nothing. They can't make you do anything. Silence. I took the 5th. I was afraid, like, literally, don't say anything. You did nothing.
This was after that first fucking encounter with the Mexican bitch, right? Fucking interrogating you, making you feel bad, right?
Yeah, this was like
story. Okay.
No, this was back.
So this is why you're like, okay, shut up and don't say anything.
No, I was just like, don't say nothing. So then I get called in. I was like, yeah, they were just like, arguing and like, I just broke them up. It's not that big a deal. And then they was like, okay, we're gonna call your dad. I'm like, why? I'm over here because now I'm getting really scared. I'm like, oh, whoa, why?
Hold on here.
Yeah. So
There's
then
no need to do that.
Yeah. So then I don't know if I got sent home that day. I might have got sent home. I can't remember. I don't know actually. I have no idea. I can't remember if I got sent home that day. But when I got home, my dad's like, yeah, like 3 days of ISS. And I was like, what? I was like, what the? like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, what do I do? I don't know what the hell. What? Because I'm like, I'm a pretty good kid till now. Up until this point, I've only had detentions, and that's only because I was just hyperactive. And it was nice because I had a teacher who actually like cared about her students and shit. So she would give me these little cans of Diet Mountain Dew. She's like, oh yeah, this will calm you down. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
It was probably a placebo, if anything, but it helped.
Yeah, maybe.
I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. Like, yeah. So I always get it before we went to GT. Yeah, GT.
I don't remember.
Get the talented.
I feel like I was only ever in there once.
You were in there.
I don't remember.
He has no memory. He has a shitty memory. I have a pretty good memory. But anyways,
Because I remember fucking complaining, like, I feel, why am I the only one not in fucking GT when I'm like top of the class? Like, it didn't make any sense.
I think you just.
I swear I was only in there for 1 year. I don't know.
I have no idea. Well, later years were kind of shit because of people.
Mhm.
Anyways, going back on. So yeah, I was mainly just hyperactive. So I just teachers were like, why are you just complaining that I was just being a dude, like being a little boy playing around. Just like, so don't even get me started on the black market for Pokemon cards or shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's how it always is, dude. I had I would always bring like a stack of cards like this thick in my pocket, and the boys would be trading them in the bathroom because it was banned to trade Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards were banned because like, oh, they're distracting. And I will never forget this. I will never forgive this one teacher. She stole my cards straight up.
Bro.
Because she was like, oh yeah, she confiscated them after one time. They did a freaking it was a sting operation. I swear, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They were waiting outside the bathroom.
Wow.
And we were leaving. They're like, pockets, give me your cards, give me your cards. And I was like, oh shit, because I still have the card that I saved. It's a hollow Giratina. So I was like, okay, I cannot lose this one. So I slipped it in my back pocket. So then I gave her like some just random throwaway cards, but there were some decent ones in there too, which made me mad. So then the teacher was like, and at the end of the day, like, can I have my cards? She's like, no, come back at the end of the year. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I waited the whole year, the entire year. I came back the last day of school. I was like, hey, can I have my cards back? She's like, oh, what cards?
This fucking bitch.
It's like I was like, what the fuck you mean? What cards? I was like, oh, I think I gave them to another student or something like that. I was like, what? Because they had the prize boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you bitch, you stole my fucking cards.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad. I was like, oh, fuck you. Oh, okay, whatever.
I mean, that would be too shit. You literally gave away your fucking property. I would have told my parents and
Well,
shit.
my dad would have been like, well, tough shit, dude.
These fucking cardboard cards. I don't know what the fuck you're fucking
But no, but I still have the card that I saved, which I'm proud of because I was like, it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, going back off at 2 tangents now. So yeah, we were in the principal's office. I did all that ISS. So I got to the school the next day. I had no idea what I was doing, so I went to the normal place and I went to class. Like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be an ISS. I was like, I don't. No one told me what to do. So then I got escorted to the freaking prison over here. I swear, dude. It's just a building. Oh my fucking god.
Thinking like in handcuffs and shit, like
dude.
You're walking.
Well,
down the hallway.
the thing is, like, they gave me all the homework and the lessons. I did all that in like an hour. All the classwork I got done in like an hour, maybe 2. So I'm over here for another 6 hours. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? The first day I didn't bring. I brought it's the single book I was reading at the time, and I didn't really like reading during this time either because I hadn't met that one reading professor or teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, literally just like I couldn't sleep. I was just like, for
I'd be knocked the fuck out, dude.
No, I tried. I slept for maybe 30 minutes. I was like, I'm so fucking bored. Like there was nothing to do. I couldn't do anything. And I was just like, because they had like wall. I think there's like maybe another person there with their wall separated. So I'm just like,
bruh,
I don't belong here, bro. Like this is so dumb.
This is all the delinquents thing.
But yeah, I got in school suspension for trying to break up two friends fighting, and my dad was really pissed. Like he was extremely mad. He's the reason I think I had only 3 days. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He was breaking up a fight. Why the hell are you even punishing him? It's like he did nothing wrong. Like what the fuck is your problem? And that's the problem with schools. They punish people.
It's literally a fucking meme.
They punish people who are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this thing. It's like,
and then the people that actually did the shit is just like, oh,
whatever.
you're fine.
Well, and the thing is like they even do that with people like, oh, someone's getting beat down, so they defend themselves. Oh, y'all are both equally in the wrong. It's like what the fuck?
No, the ones that defended themselves is even more in the wrong.
Yeah.
And fucking like.
I was like, what the fuck you
So
mean we're both
fucking
equally in the wrong? My ass.
What am I just supposed to fucking take it?
Yeah,
Like, just
really,
get my ass beat.
That's
What the
really
fuck
what
is
they.
that?
That's how they act like. I swear to God. Yeah. So the next day I brought like 7 books. I read them all in like an hour. I'm like just flipping through. I'm like. I do. It's just fucking. There's nothing to do, and I got all the schoolwork done. I was like, wow, I got this done like so fast because this. Wow, I don't have like a teacher going slow as hell because of other people. And in that moment I knew school was a waste of time.
Oh, it's always been a waste of time.
Well, like, you're giving me the lesson plan. If I can figure this out and do it correctly in an hour, all the lessons for all the day, from all the classes, all 8 of them or 10 of them, I don't know how many we had. I got done in an hour. I'm like, I'm wasting 7 hours of my life in this fucking shitty place.
Yeah, every fucking weekday.
It's just like it's just a waste of time because you have to cater to the slowest. Well, that's not always true. Normal regular classes cater to the slowest person.
Mm-hmm.
Honors and AP they don't give a fuck.
It's cutthroat. This is like
that's when like math. I was like, nah, I ain't into this, chief. But yeah, so I was like 3 days. I finished the 3rd day, brain dead. I'm over here like I don't want to ever do this shit. ISS bullshit in my life. I was like, give me, just suspend me. Where'd my fucking football go? Oh, sorry, my football just fell off. But yeah, I was like, dude, if I do anything like this, just suspend me. I don't give a shit. At least at home I can do stuff. Mm-hmm. I never got that. Why is suspension worse than in-school suspension? Because in-school suspension, you have to go to school and suffer. Mm-hmm. But suspension, you're just at your house. It's basically a free weekend. It's like, it's a free day off.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
I'm like, this is a punishment?
All the punishments.
It's like, this is a punishment? But, so that was the biggest thing. And it was so funny because remember, every time I brought that up, they're like, what, Ansel? You got ISS? I'm like, yeah. Because no one would expect me to be in trouble because, like, my parents, my mom was a teacher, my dad was, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, it was just, they're like, oh my God, what? It's just so unbelievable. It was just so funny to see the reaction.
This is bullshit.
It's just funny to see the
justice
reactions.
system in this fucking school sucks dick.
It's just funny to see the reactions. I was like, no, I'm a bad boy. What can I say? I'm a bad boy. What you gonna do? But after that, I really didn't get in trouble a whole lot. I would annoy the hell out of like teachers, like Mr. Rubin, man.
Fucking who doesn't? He deserves it.
I had to smuggle my Xbox to our trip in Brownsville. Because he's
like, oh,
no, the thing was,
even though you're literally not gonna do
like
anything.
literally at 6 a.m. when we were getting ready, he turned to me, he looked at me, he's like, because he was doing a little speech mantra bullshit. He's like, oh, I have fun, and he looked at me like, but don't get too crazy and don't like bring no games or nothing. I'm like, you motherfucker. And the thing is, because I had my suitcase. It had a compartment like where you could like access the bars of the thing. Yeah. So I put it in there, I cushioned it, patted it, games.
Surrounded it.
Yeah. And then I put the stuff on top. Yep. So even if they searched it, which would have been really fucking just creepy if they did, which they didn't. I still got away with it. Mm-hmm. But no, that was a good trip. We can talk about that on another podcast or later, I don't know. But like, yeah, because I really never, I don't know. The usually teachers liked me because I really didn't do anything wrong. I just kind of was like annoying.
Yeah, I don't think I had a teacher that disliked me. Like, I can't really think. Well, I hated V's guts, so fucking. If he didn't like me.
We could have a whole podcast about.
I wouldn't give a shit.
We could have a whole podcast about the bullshit band, which is some of it we're going to talk about with mainly his story.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think...
Which we've been blue balling the hell out of them.
Yeah, which I think it's about time we get to the police getting involved, and mainly him. And I was really nervous about this.
Of course, the police would get involved when there's a Mexican involved. So.
Well, there's a white dude too. But like, I was really nervous about this for my own sake.
I don't know why the fuck you were nervous. You were
because my dad.
Because
my dad, though, I was like, oh, this could get back, or like, could make them look bad. So yeah, he's a slippery bastard.
I know why you bother with the coaster. I could just wipe this shit down afterwards.
Well, I was going to. I was gonna wipe it down. That's what I was trying to do. Anyway, well, it's your story.
This I don't really know what to start. Like, I don't know how it really started. Like,
this was senior year. We did narrow it down to senior year.
Huh?
It was senior year.
You sure?
It was biology. Yes.
I was not in senior year. I fucking quit. Like,
this wasn't related to band. This was different.
Was it?
Yes. This wasn't band. We weren't in band.
Still, if I wasn't in band, then how was I still just because I knew them?
They were our friends. We still hung out with them.
Like, okay, fuck it.
We still hung out with them. Because this was an AP bio, because I remember him moving seats because of this.
Because we weren't directly involved in this. It was mainly between our other two friends.
And their girlfriends.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was a drum major at the time. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it was senior year. Yep.
And then our other friend, Def Boken, was in the drums fucking.
Because
section leader, I'm pretty sure. And
the cripple band was
they were... Left. Remember how I brought it up before with my ex that we like dated a trio of best friends?
3 of the 4. We almost had the number.
Trio of best friends. Like I would really say this trio. I think it was just a trio thing. Like we just wanted to involve you and then.
And I didn't want to be involved, which I was fine with.
It wouldn't really make sense. You're just gonna shoehorn it in,
Yeah.
But while they were having their relationships, I don't know how the fuck it started, but like. I knew something was going on. I knew like it was just at a certain point it was just like different. Like
there was a different atmosphere with them. Because they were never the best of friends.
Were they still hanging out during that time? Like
us? Jay and Eric?
Yeah.
We'll just go by Jay. They were all hanging out with us. They were mainly friends with him and I was just a friend.
I was friends with him and I was friends with them, and so by proxy they hung out.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like if we had like a little art. Actually, like, can I pull up paint?
Oh my god.
Well, you keep talking. Let me see if I could.
So yeah, we definitely noticed a change in the atmosphere. Like they usually did not get along well. Like literally, the only reason they were quote unquote friends with each other is because of me. Like, if they weren't friends with me, they wouldn't be friends with each other. Like, that's the
pretty much.
Like, they never really
Here we go. Alright, here we go.
God.
I'm gonna apologize for this dog shit drawing that you're about to see. Alright, so, where's the thickness? Okay, so you have me right here.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go with A. God damn, that's supposed to be an A.
It looks like an N.
Shut up. Okay, that's an A for Ansel. So, here are BFF. Best friend forever. Why did you do that?
Fucking God.
So we got.
I could do a better job.
I don't know. It's just okay. This is shitty mouth. Okay, so we're friends. We're best friends, right? So I feel like they would acknowledge you as their best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So oh my God. So we got
a semester with me. So
Eric, yes, and that did not go well. And then we have Jay. So then they were best friends. Why did you do that? Okay, so we have their BFF.
Oh yeah, I'm really the only one that I could consider best friend.
Honestly. Like we were and they were friends with me, but they weren't like super friends with me.
No.
Because and the only way they started becoming friends with either of us
like if that link between me and Ansel didn't exist, they would not be friends.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I definitely noticed a change in atmosphere. Like, since I wasn't directly involved, and I'm pretty sure, I guess, from what he tells me, I wasn't in band at the time, so I didn't really see like the implications of it.
Yeah, we were regulars.
Yeah,
I was a secessionist. I was a secessionist. I was the leader of the secessionist.
I mean, after all the bands and shit and all the bullshit, I just wanted to get out. So me and my ex decided to quit. So
I was the leader of it. I claimed that because I started it. And you cannot lie. I was the first.
I don't remember who did the first.
Me. It was me. Because you got my mom to sign your fucking slip.
Yeah. But like,
and,
I don't know if that was before you did or not. I don't remember.
No, that was already after. So yeah. So this was we were out of band, so we weren't privy. Like we still had connections in band, but we weren't like really
It's not like
privy.
Severed ties. But
We weren't privy to the absolute band. Or at least our band was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it got even
So
worse
much-
after that.
I think it got worse because like there wasn't us to calm shit down for the most part.
True. But yeah, like I don't really know, like how it all went down. Like I just remember my experience. Like I knew something was going down, and then I get called to the office, and I meet up with the principal, like the principal this time, and I was wondering why did I get called here, and then he like brought up. It's like, oh, well, do you know what happened with Jay and Eric? And I'm like,
What?
no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Because like at the time they were kind of being like cool, like colder to each other. Like we were both like, oh, what the hell's going on?
But yeah, then I learned there that apparently Jay accused Eric of, what is it, sexually assaulting his girlfriend at the time?
The R word.
Yeah. Or who? Fucking. That.
He accused him of rape.
Which makes no sense to me. Like, why the fuck, like
she's the Pillberry. His ex was the Pillberry's dough girl. Like, I swear to God,
I
bro.
don't want to say this, but I feel like his girlfriend at the time was definitely better looking than the other one.
Well, this was other Jay.
Jay's.
This was Jay's Jay, right? I'm pretty sure it was Jay.
What?
Jay's girlfriend was Jay also.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I'm gonna sign it to you. Here, I'm gonna sign it.
I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
He's stupid.
It's still the trio of friends,
Yeah.
right? Fucking,
Yeah,
I know
so
that.
it was
I know what you
it was the
like. I don't
volleyball
remember
player.
fucking
It was the
name.
volleyball player.
Yes, I know. I feel like Eric's girlfriend at the time is definitely better looking than
Oh,
her.
hell yeah.
And I was
Sure.
like, why the fuck would Eric do that? Like, it
Yeah.
makes no sense. And from what he told me about us, about his relationship, it's like, why would he do
And I don't even know how they would have had like
Makes
time
no
alone.
sense. Yeah. Like, they never interacted before. Like, the only reason they even knew each other was
Because they were
of
dating
their
friends.
friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're dating friends. So, like, it made no sense to me. And they brought me up because since I was very close friends with them, they thought that I knew something
apparently
about
they
it.
thought you knew.
Which I had no fucking clue. I don't even think my ex knew at that time. I'm not even sure. Like, I think
I
that
don't
just came as a surprise to, especially me at least. Fucking, I don't know about the others.
Well.
And yeah, but apparently it got serious enough that like police got involved. Like, it was literally like turning very serious.
But you're missing a part of the story.
What?
I knew details. I knew some details.
Again, I don't know. Maybe my memory's so bad that I don't remember shit.
he has a bad memory. But I remembered. I knew things that you didn't. That's why it was weird that you got called but not me. Because they kind of talked to me a little bit separately. I can't remember. But I knew. I don't remember. I don't know
I got
how.
talked to alone, so
No, between the two of them, like Jay and Eric, I think they talked to me, but I can't remember. But someone talked to me,
Why they talk to you?
or maybe his ex.
How was
Maybe
I
Eric's
not
ex
know?
talked to me.
Maybe I don't know.
In some, I know I had information that like this stuff was going down. Like I believe Jay said they were in like I don't know. It was something dumb. Like they were like Eric was walking home one day and like did something. I was like, what the like? They didn't even live near each other. I don't think.
I don't know.
But I was like, okay, whatever. That's stupid as hell. And then you got called. And then you got called up. I was like, what? I was like, why are you getting called up?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. So then after that, and then continue with that, everything escalated more.
Like, I don't really know. Like, I just knew that the police got involved. Like, they were talking about going to court and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's because Jay's mom is literally a Karen. Like, definition of a Karen.
And his grandmother.
He's literally mama's boy. Like,
That
hard.
poor.
Like,
That poor.
Well, so am I, but it's not that bad.
His grandpa is so nice.
Yeah, he's so chill.
I feel so bad
it's
for
just
him.
His wife and his daughters.
I feel
What the
so
fuck
bad
happened?
for the dude.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, he must.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not definitely not helping his age.
But yeah, they were talking about all this, and I was like, okay, Saul, we need to like
And so there was a legitimate time where I thought I'm gonna get called into court or something to fucking testify or some shit. And I was like,
dude, you need to like.
Very
we was like, so I'm telling him like we were just getting some food.
I don't remember what I told him. I feel like I told the principal that this is probably the first time.
This is news to me.
This, yeah.
But like after that, you told me I was like, okay, we need to like chill, like stay away out of this, stay out of this. This
literally not directly involved in this. Like this is
like we stayed out. Like we're like, okay, I'm not gonna deal with this shit because that's just dumb. But everything, I guess, eventually settled down.
Yeah, it settled down by itself. I don't know if
they
like
figured it out.
I don't know if they admitted that maybe it was. I don't really have no idea because I don't believe that.
Or was it Jay's girlfriend that told Jay? I think that's what it was. Jay's girlfriend accused Eric of it.
Yeah, no, that's
what fucked it up. That was what really.
Because of course, fucking Jay would believe that. Fucking, he's not gonna question it or something. But like,
oh, he was so
just because it's not. That's how much they didn't really like each other. Like,
yeah. Well, he was also very desperate.
He could probably believe that. And yeah. Also, he's probably desperate to keep his girlfriend. So he
just
that
didn't work. Whatever. But yeah, I was just like, whoa, we're not. I'm not touching this shit. I'm not touching this shit with a.
Like I literally got out of band to avoid that kind of drama,
and it still followed us.
It still
followed us. I was just like, ooh. Like yeah, I think most every drama in high school was from band. Like,
and somehow we were like, either
we were always
partly involved.
No.
Or directly involved.
Well, no. I was really actually involved in pretty much all of it. I knew directly because of stuff. Because I was dating my first girlfriend. Because she was a friend with all the other juniors and seniors. So I was privy to their conversations because I would go over to H's last name house by mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tiger shirt. Just a tiger shirt. Yeah. Friend. So I go over to Tiger Shirt because that's where his older brother. Yeah, so all that. So yeah, I would have privy conversations with them while they're talking about all this drama and shit. Oh my god! And they're just talking about like all this, just like actually like.
Was there really that much drama back then? Because we were freshmen, weren't we?
Well, remember our previous band director, which is actually this is incorrect. He was accused of embezzling money. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Which is actually incorrect. I don't know. I'm not claiming anything, but I know V was doing something because he got fired. Maybe he just sucked at his job.
Rightfully so.
Which he did suck at his job.
I feel like just enough students complained that fucking just like boom.
Mr. P and his wife, they were really good band directors. Everybody loved them.
Great. If they were still there, I'd be in band the whole.
Everybody loved them.
But no.
But they were really good too. Like they were bringing our program around, and they left, and the bees came, and they fucked it up.
And then the assistant band director,
V. Yeah. So this is my sophomore year. I was a section leader for the trumpets, and yeah, this was because I was like, oh yeah, because I was gonna be really excited. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be a section leader for Mr. P. Awesome. No, Mr. V came and he didn't listen to anybody. He was so I didn't know who the head director.
He was the sole fucking voice of authority.
I didn't know who the heck the head band director was for the first half of the year because Mr. R was, I guess, the marching director or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that we interacted with for the marching season, which was half the year about. And he got fired. Because there were some rumors going around about a student and him engaging in relations, if you catch my drift.
That's so weird. Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And this ain't the first one either. Like, we had a teacher. Well, I never had him personally. Apparently, there was a teacher in junior high.
Well, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to dox where we live, even though pretty much they know where we lived. But we had a teacher, a science teacher in junior high who had how do I phrase this? Images of children that belonged on a certain
Webs.
hub site. Those kind of pictures.
Yeah.
On his school laptop. A student saw them, reported him to the police, and the next day, I believe,
He got swatted, didn't he?
as a school bus is passing by his house, he got swatted and was being arrested, and the school bus was passing as he was getting arrested. It was like a movie fucking scene.
I wish I was on that bus.
Oh, yeah, it was...
But like, that's not, you know.
It wasn't surprising. It wasn't really surprising because he was really creepy. Like, he would always... I don't know if you can really see it, but he would always like walk up in like really shorts, and he would like put his legs up against the table like... Okay, kids.
Oh my god.
You like it? How you doing?
I know, like
Every
I
fuck.
heard from people that actually had him as a teacher. That like anytime they went to go check their grades and shit,
It was so awkward.
like they'd have to go up to his computer and to his desk,
behind, like in front of them.
and he would show them on the computer. And so whenever he did that, he'd put his fucking leg up on the desk and fucking like basically show his fucking junk to this kid. Like while they're just trying to look at their grades.
Oh, thank God we were in honors.
And dude, oh yeah, he was fucking creepy as shit. I did not like
He
him.
had the children of the play, fan of the playground.
He had these wide beady eyes and shit. He's like, oh man.
He looked stereotypically like a fan of the playground.
Like, I'm not surprised at
It
all.
was, yeah, no one was surprised.
No.
Oh my God! And then like, and a lot of stuff in band, it really started escalating after V came here because he was just so abrasive to everybody.
Mhm.
He was just a dick, absolute dick. He would not listen to anybody.
Like, I know if
he would.
If he would have implemented that rule after my incident.
Probably. But
I don't know. I mean, he just
no.
covered his wife during.
Yeah, that's a different story. That's a private story. It will stay private. Just like Blakini.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a fucking fever dream, man.
Bro, so sad. Anyways. Just like moving on.
Yep.
So yeah, like I think it really started escalating back in June when we were juniors. It started really
Definitely, yeah.
because I was like, I'm not being a section leader for this bullshit at all. I'm not doing it because I was just so fucking done with his bullshit. Because he wouldn't respect the section leaders as like actual like, oh, we're leading this. We're just like,
And I wasn't a section leader. I might as well have been, but
I don't think was there a section leader for you?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, it
It
was.
was T.
Oh yeah.
Basically, like groomed her to be it anyway. I mean.
Oh no! I thought you meant about C. I had no idea. No, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
because I was like the prodigy.
It wasn't twin.
Yeah.
What? Well, fuck. There were two sets of twins.
I'm pretty sure.
There's three. Oh my God, there was three sets of twins in band. Holy shit.
It was the two,
Lesbian T.
and then there's the blondes, and then
Was it?
who's the third that you're thinking about?
They were not identical. French horn, and then your section. That kid, boy. It doesn't matter.
Who's twins with him? Or it?
Your girl and no, not that guy. That was something else. Anyway, we're getting off track. But
I don't know. Fuck. That's the first time. I only knew two twins.
like he wouldn't listen to any section leaders like advice, and he used the budget in such a biased way.
Like his, oh yeah.
Especially his first year.
Her authority was absolute.
Especially sophomore year, because he's a percussion dude. So he used pretty much our entire like instrument budget for buying new instruments.
For the percussion.
Which I'm not gonna lie, they didn't need new stuff, but they didn't need all that at the time. Like that was excessive.
Like was bad enough that other sections had to buy their own shit?
Yeah, like we didn't have enough money in the budget that we had the woodwinds having to buy their own reeds.
Like the most we got was new mouthpieces.
And they were
that was
shit.
it.
They were shit.
Like no new instruments. Like I'll admit I've bent up some fucking instruments. Like there was one time where I tripped. Yeah.
At least you weren't like Tiger Shirt's
Yeah.
older brother that flattened
And landed on the bill. Yeah, I think I just bent it, but like it was nothing that you can like hammer out.
No.
Fucking...
Tiger Shirt's brother.
Oh,
Blasted. That was a brand new too.
And I've put some dents in my instrument before, but it's nothing major.
No.
But like, yeah, but we were stuck with that. If you really fucked it up, we stuck with it. Like, it's
Or you had to get another one from like the junior
Or
high.
I like, yeah.
And then like Because, like, for me, the trumpet section, we had 2 new trumpets that we had when P was here, because he got 2 new ones.
Mm.
I got a new one because I was first chair, at least a little bit, or section leader, and then I think my friend had the other one. I'm not too sure. Anyways. But, like, he just wouldn't listen to anybody. He's like, oh, yeah, but open door policy. That bitch was closed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that motherfucker was
I
closed.
swear I've never seen him like get out of his office unless he was like a teacher talk to him.
Yeah, like with Mr. P, me and my friends, we would just go in there, just hang out on the couch and like, hey, we're just talking about bands, life and shit. Just having an actual.
I never really hung out with him personally. I mean, it was just.
He was really cool.
But I thought he was cool. Like he was great.
Oh yeah, like he was just a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, he just was spending the money biasly. He stopped doing that as a lot. Like he stopped really doing that so much junior year because he pretty much bought all the stuff he wanted for percussion.
Yeah, like,
so he started like
so
he just started like trickling it down to other sections. But yeah, then the Civil War happened pretty much. Which I think he really played that up because I was.
Yeah, no, like he always brought it up, and it's like we were always cringing because we knew what was going on, but
because we were actually,
it was not as big of a deal as he was making it out to be.
The thing is, it's
like okay, I took it up to where he was just blaming like a series of other problems, and he on that like that was the root cause.
He was a great blamer of problems. He never took this responsibility.
Yeah, no, it was never his fault for anything.
But if we did good, it was our.
Yeah,
it was his.
If we did bad, it's our fault. But if we did good, it's his fault.
Yeah, like because in the competitions,
credit to him.
In the competitions on every subject, we would get like maybe one, and then like a 2 or like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3 or some shit. Which is you want to get all ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which we have been doing consistently for the last 2 years when the P's were here. Excuse me. So then, in concert season, where you would just practice over this year, and you would have the concert, and you would have sight reading, Mr. P drilled that shit into us for sight reading.
Every day after main class, we'd have a few minutes to like.
And then we would have sight reading. So it was drilled into the upper class. It was drilled into it was drilled into our class and up. So when Mr. P or the P's left, and Mr. V came in, we didn't do good. We didn't get straight ones on anything except sight reading. Mm-hmm. We got sight reading, and we really didn't practice sight reading at all.
Nope.
Maybe like 1 or 2 times every like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So then he was like, "Oh,
remember?
So y'all did not do. He's like, y'all didn't get straight ones on. You got like a 1, 2, 2 on this. Like y'all need to do better. But sight reading, I did so good teaching y'all.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. I was like, this motherfucker just said this. I was stunned.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like
so.
It's like you taught us nothing, my dude. It was.
This is because it's basically like fucking second nature at this point to us because we had it drilled into us so much.
Yeah, we were fine. We're like, all right, we know what to do. We know what to do, and we were kind of like teaching our subsection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just shit like that. It was like compiled, like snide remarks, and then junior year everything started going bad. So, our friend Jay was the drum major. Assistant drum major, and my friend's older sister was the head drum major. Now, I do this in quotes because they're supposed to be, there's a head drum major and an assistant. But no, Jay couldn't have that, so they were equal drum majors.
Basically equals, yeah, in his eyes.
Well, the V said this because Jay was sucking up to V at the time.
Oh no, Jay's mom was basically like
his nose,
benefactor.
His nose was
that's
brown
where his fucking checkbook
kiss
came
ass,
from.
and his nose was brown from like kiss ass. But man, I need more drink.
Brown was it?
Yeah, but like he would just kiss his ass. Oh damn. Oh. But even that, if even in the end, eventually in the end, he even started getting annoyed with V. Which was interesting. That was senior year, so we weren't involved at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
Didn't really understand.
And there was a little power struggle between Jay and my friend's older sister.
But again, like I said, like I don't think it was that big of a deal.
It really wasn't.
Like... Again, I feel like V just used it to as the root cause for a lot of other problems. He just needed something to blame.
Well, the sister head drum major, she didn't give a shit. And Jay was the really one that was just trying to do like get more power. And it was just like crazy, and we're just all like, dude, no one gives it. Like literally in the, like at football games, like, all right, you got Team R,
dude.
you got Team
J. Pay
J.
attention to the drum majors. Like all they do is sit there and wave their hands. I didn't pay attention to them. I just looked at the sheet music. That's all I did.
We just jamming. We just jamming. But like it was just so dumb. Like why? Like what the fuck is this? And he used that to divide the band.
Yeah.
That's what really happened. Because they may not have really cared all that much except for Jay. But the band, they're like, oh, I'm team R. I'm team 3 people. I'm team J. I was just like, oh my god. It's just so shit.
It's just cringe. It's fucking cringe.
It was just like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, why? Because like I said, they divided the band. Everybody started like going at each other, like, oh no, they just started picking at each other. I was like, oh my god, dude. And then...
Did I already say how I made that rule for my actions for V?
Yes. That was the last video. Yeah, 2 videos ago. But it's just so dumb. I was just like, why are you doing this? And I was just sick and tired of it. And the thing was, it was really... So you know in anime how they have like shadow schools, student councils? Like, oh, you have the normal one, and you have like, so like, it's kind of
the one that really controls.
I feel like that's how we were, or at least people in my class.
Yeah, because who the fuck's gonna listen to V or fucking J?
That's how it was too with the juniors above us. Whenever we were sophomores, because they were kind of like, they didn't like V either.
No,
they were like, because that's what PJ, yeah, that's his initials. PJ, he was the drum major at the time because he was going against him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I knew this because of my ex. But like, so you would have section leaders because you would have section leaders that were like underclassmen, like freshmen, even like section leaders. Because the upperclassmen, V didn't like it, so he wouldn't give us power. Power, quote unquote, quote unquote power. And so you got these freshmen that think they're all hot shit. Well, they're not.
Nobody's gonna listen to them anyway. Fucking
they don't even know how to march.
To the upper class.
They don't even know how to march. So we're over here, just like, and then the thing is, like, everybody kind of looked to our class, especially like me and my other friend in the trumpet section, because we were the best trumpets. And
I mean, I was the prodigy. I basically showed the others. Fucking
yeah, and then he was basically the certified hype man.
Yeah,
you were the whip, how they would call it now, for political parties. You were the whip, and everybody would kind of like just go to us for shit. Because remember, there was something with French horn L. 4 letters.
L.
Yes. Like, anyways, but she like came to us, and she was like, "There's some conflict going on in band," and she came to like our. She came to our group. Remember? And she was like, "Hey, like," she's like just like talking about it. Like, "Hey, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay."
That's right.
And it like
we're like the Illuminati.
Really, yeah. That's what it felt like. And then like 2 years, like senior year, she's like, I remember you having my back. And I was like, cool. Because like, it felt back, because like we were just kind of like, because we remembered the piece, so we knew what was good, and we were not good. It was not good.
We remember the good old days.
And there were no more good old days.
No. It
was just shit. So we were like resisting him because we were like, we don't want to. This is
like it's we're really like a losing battle. Like,
well, no, he lost in the end
because he's not. Yeah, he lost in the end.
Oh, for sure.
We didn't have the power to make him budge.
No.
Like we had to take it to another someone of a higher authority.
And even then, they couldn't do much because we took it to the principal. And they couldn't do a whole lot.
The principal got earfuls about fucking V.
But he couldn't do a whole lot. Because he did talk to, I believe, the superintendent, but she couldn't do a whole lot off of just, like, word of mouth. But eventually he did get fired. Our senior year.
Which we take that as a win, baby.
Yes. But, like, the thing was, and this was, like, this was after we registered for classes. I remember this, because that's why we had to get the slip. So I was like, I'm fucking done with this bullshit. Because the thing was, I wanted me and my trumpet friend me and my trumpet friend, we were like, dude, he was like, yo, dude, because we were talking about this, like, man, drum majors. This was sophomore year or freshman year when P was here. We're like, yo, dude, we could be drum major senior year or something like that. Fuck it, let's do this. And honestly, I feel like our band would have been hype. I feel like it would have been hype.
Hell yeah, it would have been so much better.
Would we have gotten things done? Maybe not. But it would have been high.
Again, I don't know. Can't really tell if the drum majors really did much.
Not a whole lot, but I feel like we would I think we would have tried to make it fun. Like we would try to make people enjoy it. But that didn't happen.
Nope.
Because I said, F this shit. I'm done with his fucking. I'm just done with him. I'm tired of seeing looking at his pug ass face every day.
He had like resting bitch face. That's the definition of it. Like he never smiled. He was just. He just had so much face fat.
And it was like this.
Were like
his
way
smiles
down.
were like this. Like it was always like disturbing to look at.
Yeah.
So I quit. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Yep.
So then he quit. His girlfriend quit. My girlfriend at the time quit. My friend quit. My other friend quit.
I really don't associate me quitting with like y'all. Like,
but it was still a part of it.
Quit.
It still happened. And then a few people here quit here and there.
This happened to be.
It was about like 10-ish people that quit all at once, for the most part. And the thing was, like 3 trumpets quit. Me and my
like we really crippled the band, really.
Yeah. And the thing was like it was me, my friend who was probably like a little better than me, and then my friend that was he's not as good as me and the other guy, but he's still really good. So we just destroyed the trumpet section. There was no trumpet section. Like I felt bad.
I mean, my section could hold their own, but I was really like.
You helped.
No, I was like the main. Like
no,
we were really there to cover.
We straight up crippled the trumpets.
Oh yeah.
It was not good. But like I was just like I can't deal with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like I did feel bad for the underclassmen and the assistant drum major or the assistant band director.
Bring it up. Freaking, because in order to get out of band, we needed a signed permission slip.
Well, this was after we did registration.
No, I don't remember, but
yeah.
I remember that we needed a signed permission slip from somebody in the band, like allowing us to leave, which I thought was the dumbest shit. Like, imagine if we went to V. Asking him like to sign this to get us out. Like
I would have
think especially you'd be like, no, you're too fucking violent to the band or something. You'd be like,
he probably wanted you out because he was a little troublemaker. Anyways,
oh man, that was a pretty good fucking.
But so my mom was a band booster, so Saul found a little loophole.
Yeah, it's like
he's like
technically she's involved with the band,
so
get her to sign it because fucking.
She was a teacher too.
Basically, like her second son, not really, but still
not really
third.
But she knew us.
Yeah,
she knew him. But like, it was just so funny. But it was just. It kind of hurt whenever like because my brother was still in the band, like he dealt with it because.
Yeah, I never told like my like other friends in the band or like section members that I was leaving, so like it came as a shock to them.
Oh no, I told them. I was like, I'm fucking out, boy.
Yeah, no, I just dipped, and they were like, "What the hell happened, bro?" I was
like, I quit. I don't
can't take fucking V anymore, dude.
But like, and so my younger brother, he did it. He stuck through it, and then the assistant drum major became the head drum major. Head director. Became the head director after.
And he was cool.
Yeah, I liked him. He was pretty cool. He was new, but he was.
I mean, he gave me a tough time, but then again, you
kind of deserved it.
Again, I was a troublemaker, so yeah, I would.
You kind of deserved it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I was like, and then my brother would do competitions, and I would see him there, and he's like, "Hey, you doing good?" Like, yeah, I'm doing good. It's like, man, it really sucks when you quit the band. Like, we needed you. I'm like, dude. It's like I'm like I wouldn't have quit if you were head director. Mm-hmm. I was like, it was because of me. Like, okay, fair enough. Like he would tell me that pretty much every time, and it was really awkward too because in the previous podcast, like I was saying, I was in office A, quote unquote. So, and I remember having to do runs to the band hall while I was in section. It was so funny. Oh wait, no, wait, what? No, we had. I was doing something. I was going into the band hall. Like it was whenever it was. Like they were practicing, and I'm walking in here. I'm like, open up, like everybody stopped and looked at me. I'm like, and you could just see he's so pissed. Like, I'm like, hey, I need blah 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 to the office.
You're taking your sweet ass time and fucking just. Like,
I pretty much was like, I opened the door. I was like, I need blah 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 to the office now.
Yeah,
and then he was like, okay. I'm like. Okay. He just
flicked his ass.
I did like twice, and it was just like, oh, he's so pissed. I'm like, you brought this upon yourself, dude. But
yeah, no, I feel bad for the others, but no, seeing it like that we won in the end and fucking making him suffer through that last year.
He was a prick.
Yeah, that was worth it. Honestly.
He's a prick. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I need another drink.
So do I, but I'm really feeling it already.
Weak. So drinks, obviously we gotta start. Same cherry, vanilla,
Like
rum coke.
usual, cranberry, apple pie moonshine Sprite.
Not pretty good. Classic, the AvG classic right there. So, well, going off of high school, we're gonna go to more mysterious matters.
This is no good segue for this.
It's really not. There was a better segue, but that topic lost coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've always been fascinated with the paranormal.
Oh yeah, I mean, who
It's
really,
interesting. It's supernatural, like ghosts and
like even if you don't really believe
spirits
it, you
and
gotta be
shit.
skeptical of stuff.
Just stuff that we can't explain. It's always fascinating. It's like, oh, you can use your imagination. Like, oh, this is this. Oh, this is that. I mean, hell, I even had a podcast episode dedicated to the Autie and Swamp Thing, a local monster where we grew up.
Yep.
Which
I
actually,
didn't even know about.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. But I'm actually really extremely disappointed that I wasn't able to go to the mental institution that was torn down in Palmetto.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who I wanted to get his take on it. Like, I wanted to interview him actually about it, but he doesn't remember it that well. Damn, that sucks. Because he went exploring, but yeah, he didn't remember it all that much. Like, shit. Because I wanted to add it into that video too, like a little extra.
Yeah.
But
A little bit neat.
I mean, I don't know if I say it's like a sixth sense, but I've always felt like you can feel things. Like especially when you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that doesn't feel right. Like your little gut instinct, your instincts are like, something's off. Like the sense like, oh, someone's watching me.
I don't really have that.
I used
Then again, I don't know if I care enough. Like maybe I embrace it more. Like, oh hey, what's up?
But I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like he doesn't really do it now because I'm always like been busy in my city. I really don't. But whenever I was younger, especially, like I would be in my grandma's house, and the back room with the guest bedroom, that like area, I just felt weird. Like I was like just like my skin would just like like something was. I felt like something was there when I was especially when I was younger. And then after my grandmother told me an incident that she said happened, all that feeling went away. And that incident, because like my grandma, she said she from what she said, she's pretty sensitive to the paranormal, at least what she says. She's had some incidents that she's told me about, which I mean I can't verify. These all happened before I was born. This happened before my dad was born. So this is old, when she was young. But it's just weird stuff. So the incident that I'm talking about right now, because she's really into genealogy and stuff. So she was just researching family history and shit.
Oh.
So she was into that. So she does a lot of researching on like veterans, like time stuff to get like, oh, this guy died yet, stuff like that. So she's researching, I think, some World War I veterans, and she was up late one night. My grandfather passed like I think a year before, relatively recently. So she was just like keeping busy. So she was going to bed, and then as she was like about to enter her room, she felt someone like watching her behind her, and then she heard voices. It's like, oh, find me, help us, stuff like that. And then she just stopped and she said, "I'm gonna."
Stereotypical shit.
No, because like these are the veterans.
Yeah.
She didn't know, but she knew, you know. So she was like, "I will, don't worry." But it's like, you need to stop bothering me because I can't focus and stuff like that. And then she went to bed, and that's when I noticed, because after she told me that, like a few days, or like she told me that a little while, but like that sounds around the time when I stopped feeling weird. Because my grandma's always said that, like, because that land that we live on belonged to our I don't know how great, like how late, I just call him great grandpa Christian, because I don't know how late, like great whatever. So that was all his land. There's a cemetery that he gave to the county that was his land. But she's like, yeah, like he's guarding, he's spirits guarding over, like he's guarding the land or whatever. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's some weird. I'm like, weird. But so we're about 130 acres of land, somewhere around there. There's some weird things that have happened on the land, some of which I haven't experienced, but some I have. Some of which I haven't are just like random. Some of the more common things are like just random noises, like ting, like a church bell almost. But it's like a metallic, just like ping, ping, in the middle of the woods. Like we live up a highway, but this isn't like car noise. You would hear like, but very slow, like silently, or not silently, but just like muffled.
Yeah, it's very far off.
But like this is like whenever I'm like about a couple acres in the woods, mile in, it's like ping, ping, like someone's hitting like the side of something. I was like, what the hell is this? It was just so odd, and there's just like sounds here and there. Apparently, there's an Indian burial mound on our land. I don't know.
At this point, I feel like where is it in the Neil burial mound?
I have no idea if it's
Indian
true. I have
burial
no
mound.
idea if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
We have bison wallows though. We have like a little lake, a little pond that was like where the bison like would wallow in the ground
Oh.
when they lived down here.
So what the fuck is a bison?
Yeah. Anyways, but like, and then one time my grandfather was still alive. He was in the woods one day, which is in the area was relatively close to one of our roads that we made. He was just walking around and he heard a shot, like a rifle shot, like super close to him, like 200 yards. And he was like, boom! He's like, what the fuck? He was like, what the hell? Who did that? He's like yelling, who the hell did that? Who the hell did that? All he saw was like a little bit of smoke coming out of like what would be a gun, but guns don't use smoke nowadays, really. Mm-hmm. So he was like, what the fuck? And then like a week later, my great uncle was around the same area and he heard the same thing. And they both asked each other, hey, were you out in the woods? Because I thought, is that you? I was like, no, I thought that was you. So they're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
I was like, that's strange. And like they said, yeah, it didn't sound like a modern rifle.
Yeah.
And with the smoke,
like a musket or something?
I guess. Because we do have muskets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they fucking work or not, but we do have some hand-me-down muskets. So, shit like that, just feelings of being watched, and this was after like a few days, I think, after my grandfather passed. I was staying with my grandma, Elena, in Solar, me and my brother, so we stayed in the back room, and I remember the door, she always left the door slightly open. And I remember the door, because I was having trouble sleeping. It was shit. So I'm over here like lying on my side, just like looking at the door, just trying to doze off. I was like, you know, like it's like, like your eyes and your stuff.
Yeah.
And then I see the door open. So it was like probably like this open, and then it like just opened out of nowhere. It's about that much. I was like. And then I knew it was my grandfather. Yeah, like I don't know. I was like, and I went a bit to sleep. And that night I had a dream. I still remember that dream. So we have a bar, like a little bar like area, built in the house there. You haven't been there, so you wouldn't know. Oh, have you? I think maybe you have, but you just probably don't remember.
What, your grandma's place?
Yeah. Maybe when you're young.
I feel like I have. But
Probably
I don't know
when
if
you were
I
like a lot
explored it.
younger.
Yeah, I don't know if I explored it.
No, we probably just ran and get drinks and left.
Yeah, like.
But there's a
spent an
bar.
extended period of time there.
There's a bar area, and he was bar stools. And I remember that dream. I knew it was me, but it wasn't the me of like 11 years old. It was like I knew it was an older me because we were drinking drinks, and I didn't. At the time I was like, I don't like. Why am I drinking a drink? Like I don't like alcohol at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I didn't like it last year at this time, so what can I say? And I was drinking with my grandpa. We were talking, we were laughing, having a good time, and I think he said something to me, but I can't quite recall what it was. But I know it was pretty important. Like we were just, and then I woke up, and I was like, whoa, like that was weird. And the door was back to being normally closed. That's what was really weird to me. I was like, okay, I guess that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I told my grandma about that dream. But I did tell her about the door. So
I feel like you should tell your grandma about that because, like,
I have no idea. Well, she'll know if you got
Probably
this
means
far in the video. Well, I think it was. I mean, if it wasn't like, It could just be my like subconscious, like, hey, console.
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't have any actual meaning. But that was just something. And then there's really never been anything negative paranormal in my life. My grandma attributes that to being on the family land, means protected. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is.
Like, how long has that been like with y'all?
A long
like
time.
as a family?
A while.
Mm.
I mean,
Well, I know I don't got no ancestral here.
do you have? Well, my great grandpa was a Christian. He was one of the guys that led the last wolf hunts in our county. It was like in our county. It's just I think I was like, but yeah. So I think I don't want to say 1700s. That's really late. I have to ask my grandma. She knows all this shit. But it's been in our land at least before at least 100 years. Because my namesake, my great grandfather, my namesake. He's a fucking crazy story. He was He was Shanghai.
The fuck does that mean?
Kidnapped, sent to Shanghai.
That's what that means. Okay. Well,
Yeah, he was kidnapped and sent to Shanghai back in the early 1900s, I think. And then he escaped, and he was trying to like shake off the pursuers. So he married my great grandmother, who had a very similar last name. It was just like a letter or two off, and so he switched to her last name because he was trying to shake off the Shanghaiers. And then that's how that family came in here. But then he only had 2 daughters, so they lost that name anyways. But the house that my great aunt lives in right now, he built that with his hands. He built that house. Which I'm like, that's fucking crazy. It's a nice house, not gonna lie. But yeah, that land's been in our family for a while. If I'm thinking correctly. So I'm like, guardian spirits, I have no idea. I mean, hell, there might be Mr. Creeperman somewhere on that land. I don't know. Mr. Creeperman.
On land, I don't know, maybe.
Mr. Creeperman, it's
wouldn't be surprised.
not in the grand scheme of things, but it's pretty nice. But by far, hand to God, the weirdest thing, and it's true. This is truth. I've told pretty much a few of my friends. I wouldn't say all of them, but a few of them about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear on anything. This happened when I was 10, maybe. This was back when I had 2 childhood friends. They would always come over because their mom was working. So every day they would come over. One day, excuse me, them, and my brother, we were just going out of the woods. We were following our dog. And I could distinctly remember the conversation we were having. We're like, what if we get lost in the woods? I'm like, we'll be fine. We'll live off of eating sticks and leaves. And we're just like shooting shit. Mm-hmm. And we continue following our dog, and then I don't know what happened to the 2 friends. Because at a certain point I started, I don't know where things line up exactly. We get to a fence. I don't recall seeing what was on the other side of the fence when I was on my side. I don't remember it. My dog went under it, so I followed her. And I'm crawling under the barbed wire fence, and I pull out over it, or out from under it, and I look around, I'm like this is familiar. And this was the plot of land that I lived on, probably right after, because where I lived, there used to be an oil drill, pump, whatever they call them. And this was probably right before my parents put the house that I lived in on there, because there were 3 mesquite trees right where they are. Mm-hmm. Those 3, those 3 behind my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 3 were there, really small. I'm like, what the? And it was really weird because I was like, this is strange. And I could swear that my brother was there, but I don't know. All I know is this is whoa. And later I call that a time slip because that's the only thing I could think of. I slipped back into time. I was like, what the? And I know people are gonna be like, oh, but there could just be like a very similar like land there, but no, there wasn't. Because I know exactly the section of fence that I crossed over. Because when I came out, me and my brother traced these steps multiple times throughout years, trying to see if we could go back. And the section of fence we came out of, we retraced like, okay, we went from this direction and found our road into a pasture. So obviously this is the only area that we can enter. This time slip. And on the other side of where I entered, where it normally is, it's just thick, dense brush, trees. So like, okay, there's no damn way that I just walk across, like I crawl under the fence. It is this, because you know my house, it's like flat, like a ring of like hilly, like a elevated area, and then my road. It was like that. It's like there's nothing like that near that area of the fence.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
And it was just the weirdest thing. And that was decade and a half ago. And I still remember, like, it was just so strange, like, time slip. And the thing is, a few years later, my grandma was telling me a story. I haven't told you this one. But she was telling me about when she was on a cruise, bless you, I believe in, like, Caribbean? I could be wrong. I think she was with my grandpa. And she was on this hill, just walking around in the path, and these two kids come up to her, a boy and a girl. Like, help, help, the pirates are coming. They're here, look at the harbor. And she's like, what do you mean pirates? There's nobody here. And they're pointing, and she looks out, this is old-timey sailing shit, like an old sailing shit. And she's like, what is that? It's the pirates, help, run. And she's like, what? And they run off, and she like goes to follow them, and they're gone. And she looks back at the harbor, they're gone. Ship's gone. She's like, that's really weird. Because this is like I said, my grandma's had a lot of stuff happen. Some of which I'm like, I don't know. But some like, okay, I feel like that's probably closer to truth than anything. And I was like, and I think she called that time slip. I was like, yeah. Like, that's interesting. So she had something somewhat similar happen to her that I did to me. Granted, I didn't interact with anything. Hers could be more paranormal than anything, but
I mean, some people probably like chalk that up to like hallucination or something, but
I don't know how you would hallucinate two kids running up and tugging on her dress, like her clothes, like they tugged on it.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not the only one.
Maybe like somebody else was.
Like, I guess I'm not the only one crazy in this family of anything, but I was like, and to this day, I still. Actually, hold on, let me grab it. I have this rock. And at the time, I thought it meant like something, you know, as a kid.
I'm just waiting for him to finish.
I called it the keystone. This rock.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I'm behind the camera. So, we have this rock right here. I found this rock because we had a rock polisher. And I'm just going to keep holding it up. So, we had a rock polisher. And we would polish rocks. And one day, this rock came out. I don't know where the hell it came from. But that looks like a goddamn key. Like, that's a key.
Yeah, it does.
So, I would always like oh, this is... And then I would always interpret it like, oh, that's a key. And then these two figures on the side, right? You know, it's like they look like a dude with an afro. And then like a beast or something. If you look closer. The top would be a dude with an afro. With his mouth open. And the bottom's
I see.
And the bottom's a beast.
This just looks so dumb.
But that's what it looks like.
The bottom one is a beast. It looks like a teddy bear.
It looks like an animal. And then you would flip it over, and then you would see this. And then like something, it looks like a march or something, like something's moving. You have like a flying something moving here, something moving there. That's how I interpret it.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
But you also have no imagination, anyways.
I mean, it just looks like a rock with some markings on it. So.
Well, like I said, you have no imagination.
No.
But this is just like an interesting thing, and like I don't know where we grabbed it at all, because like we would find like really odd rocks in the like stuff that shouldn't be in our like creek bed. Like that's not the kind of rock we find here. Because we would always find like petrified wood. That shit's everywhere where we live. So we just find like rocks. I'm like, that's not how that looks. But I always thought like, when I was younger, I was like, oh, maybe this is the key to go back.
Oh my god.
And I mean, it's literally a key, right? It's literally a key. And I've always just kept it because, I mean, it's a cool looking rock to me. But,
I mean, you can't really blame you fucking guys. It's like, oh, this cool rock. Fucking keep it now.
But yeah, I've always wanted to try and go back to the time slip. But fuck if I know I'm going to do that.
Like, who knows what the conditions were to even make it happen in the first place.
Well, because I know, like, in mythologies and stuff, like, folklore, like, fences represent, like, borders between our world and the next and shit like that. Like, crossing them means, like, you die. And stuff like that.
I don't know about that.
Well, fences are separations.
Yeah, it's a boundary, but I don't know if it's literally like a boundary between life and death or some other shit.
No, I know it's seen like that. I don't know. I'm not saying I died.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it's seen as a boundary. I'm just saying like fences are
obviously a boundary.
Yeah. But it's like that could be like interpreted like something like, oh, you did something.
Yeah, I don't take
glitch in the matrix. But yeah, that's about all I could really think of for paranormal stuff for me. Like, I'm trying to think of anything else, but not really.
I mean, I definitely haven't had as many personal experiences as this motherfucker, but I know there is one that I have had personally that I was young, and this was back when my parents worked a lot when I was younger. Like, I rarely saw them, like maybe for like the afternoon for a few hours, and they went to sleep and then went back to work, and like that's all I ever saw them. And so they usually leave me with my grandparents, like either on my dad's side or my mom's side, to take care of me and my sister while they went to work. And when I was with my grandma on my mom's side, my cousins would usually be there too because of the same situation with them.
Yeah.
And my grandma has this old house like outside of our hometown, like pretty far out. It was like next to one of the interstates, I'm pretty sure. And there was this rickety old house. There's two buildings. And oh yeah, you could tell it was weathered and aged. It was pretty shit, honestly. Like old couches, old furniture, like it was still all like plain wood, like only the outside was painted. Just like basically dirt for a lawn outside.
Yeah. And
the second building they used that as like extra bedrooms, and then the laundry room, like there was a long hallway, like basically, like there's a door to the, since the buildings are side by side.
Yeah.
There's a front door here, and there's a side door here. You go out the side door, then go to another side door, which would lead into that hallway of the second building. And then there's like 3 rooms, I'm pretty sure, that they use as like bedrooms. And one day when we were there, while my grandma was babysitting, we wanted to go play on my my youngest uncle's, I think it was a PS2 at that time.
Yeah, the PS2.
We wanted to play GTA San Andreas, since he showed it to us and we wanted to play it. And we asked my grandma if we could, and she was like, oh yeah, sure, go nuts. And so we go over there, and I think we were just looking for it. I don't remember if we ever found it. I don't think we did. So we tried to go back and ask my grandma if she knew exactly where it was. And as we were going out, we tried to open the door and it wouldn't budge. It's like it was locked. Like clearly not from the inside because we couldn't open it.
Yeah.
So we assumed it was like locked from the outside.
But you're like, how the hell did it get locked?
Yeah. And it was me and my 2 other cousins. So one's younger than me and one was like a year older than me. And we were trying to open it, and it wouldn't budge, and we were starting to freak out because we can't open the door.
And your abuela just locked your ass in there.
And then, I don't really remember. I don't think there was anything else that happened before that. We were just freaking out. And then all of a sudden, like, the whole building starts to shake as if it was like an earthquake. But we don't live Texas, like in the middle.
We don't live really anywhere
There's
near
like no
fault
line or anything like that.
The most you would get, I think, would be like up north.
Yeah, but
Texas,
I've never heard
even
anything like earthquake down here.
Yeah, no.
So like,
it
was already really, really weird that the building was shaking, and it was like pretty violent. Like
Yeah.
We were basically like jumping up and down. And then since we were in the laundry room area, there was clothes just start flying around everywhere. Like everything in the room just starts flying.
Because that makes
everywhere.
sense in an earthquake.
Around, yeah.
Like across the room.
Like, yeah, it was like something was throwing these things and multiple objects at the same time. And we were all freaking out because, of course, we're little kids. We don't fucking know what the hell is going on. Like, shit's just flying around everywhere and the building is shaking like crazy. And so we just huddled near the door, like trying to stay away and not get hit by anything. We all like balled up on the floor, just like holding each other, fucking crying, like calling for our grandma to come help us because we just don't know what the hell is going on. And eventually, I remember, I think everything just stopped. Like everything just dropped, and the building stopped shaking. And my grandma opened the door, and she was like asking us, "What the hell are y'all doing? Why are y'all screaming and asking me to come over here?" And we were like holding her, crying, and telling her that thank you for like saving us, and like we didn't know what was going on. And we explained everything to her, and she's like, "That didn't happen. You know, we're just sitting there by the door, crying and screaming like maniacs." And this is what was so weird to me is like that she never acknowledged or even noticed that, to my knowledge, right? Like she just, to her, it never happened.
Yeah.
So like, but me and my other two cousins remember this pretty vividly, like even all this time, even after all this time, and we're like, what the hell was that? Like
were the clothes still like on the ground and everything, or
what?
Like the clothes when like you were like shaking, like
I feel like whenever we looked at my grandma outside, and then we looked back, everything was normal. Back to normal, like nothing had happened. I feel like that's what it was. So like, yeah, we couldn't explain to her that this happened because like literally nothing changed for her.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think of what that could be, like poltergeist.
But then I'm also like, the place was already a mess. Like literally, clothes were lying around everywhere. Like it was not tidy in the spot. So like maybe, I don't know, maybe she just didn't notice how different it was, or it was just like, oh, it's just another mess.
Yeah, like you can't like make up shaking.
Like how would she not notice like an earthquake basically happening at that time? Like how would she not notice that? And so we question ourselves, like looking back now, like did that actually fucking happen? We don't know, but we all remember it pretty vividly. Like, and I feel like a lot of the same details.
I don't know what you would call that. Like,
I don't know either.
Like poltergeist, maybe, but
could poltergeist make the whole building shake? Like, I don't know. It felt like we were in an earthquake. Like literally everything was shaking.
I don't know. That is, that's pretty strange.
And the only other thing I can add to that is that building used to be a funeral parlor, which is the thing that I didn't add before I started the story. Where they lived used to be an old funeral parlor. And that second building really, they had a basement level, which is where they had all the funerals and everything. And they're like the embalming, I think.
Yeah. The good stuff.
Take from that what you will, but like I just found that really weird.
Tormented spirits.
I would say that's the most paranormal. Well, like actual paranormal ever experienced.
Well, I mean, and like from everything that he's told me, all of his and his family stuff has been more menacing.
I'll let you give
Sandy. Well, don't make it too long. But like I was saying, ABG and his family stuff, from what I can remember him telling me, it's more sinister, more dark. While, for the most part, mine were all relatively benign. My grandmother's, most of hers are benign, except for maybe an incident or two. And I just find that interesting how my grandma says I'm being protected by a spirit, and then I haven't had any like really super negative paranormal experiences, while Saul has had more sinister stuff. But yeah, that's about.
You think?
I was just saying like how your stuff and your family seems more sinister and more dark, while mine are more benign and just like.
Like I could tell you that most of the stories that I could tell you aren't that I didn't experience these myself. Like most of the stuff that I know is from my mom telling me this. My mom was the parent that was most open to me. Like my dad really never. Like I know fuck all about my dad. Like I know where he grew up or where he's from. I guess how he met my mom.
Mexico.
I guess how he met my mom. But like and then maybe like how he like became an adult, I guess. Like
How I Met Your Mother.
My grandpa, like his father, sent him out into the world and shit. But that's about it. Nothing else. I don't know shit about this man. My mom told me all her stories, like at least paranormal stuff, because we usually like deep dive into like
Just random
more,
shit.
yeah. Like I don't want to say like psychological, just more paranormal stuff, like more interesting topics, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, most of the stories I can tell you is from my mom specifically, but I think that's really the only one that's personally happened to me. Recently, I feel like I just see a lot of lights flickering. Like to me, because my parents, my mom and my sister specifically, still like talk about they have like experiences at our new house,
But
which makes sense because we had a friend whose sister died in a car crash, and but like so I don't know, maybe she's haunting the place. I have no idea.
I don't know. I've never felt anything. Cause I've slept.
Yeah,
I've
I told
slept,
them that
I've slept at that house a couple times. I haven't felt.
I never noticed anything either. That's why I tell them whenever they tell me that they've had an experience, it's like I never noticed anything.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Maybe I could just be that oblivious that I don't notice anything.
Probably actually. Like a red fucking
least
flashing
now, like,
neon sign.
here-
I am here. And he's like,
Like in this very apartment, I'm seeing like a lot of lights flash and shit. But like I don't know. Maybe it could just be me. I don't know.
it might just be like
Eyes is going crazy.
It might be like when you're blinking. It's like it just doesn't look right.
No, I don't blink that much. I know with the contacts, like I keep my eyes open a lot more. So like I know I'm not blinking, and fucking I see the lights flickering. So I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe your
I don't know if these are just shitty light bulbs.
Well, that's
maybe
probably the case.
eye strain. I don't know.
Probably a little bit of both, honestly.
But then there was the experience I told you about now, where this was more recent. So like this came as a surprise to me too. That one night I have trouble sleeping sometimes. Like it's not like
everybody
anything,
does.
Not like paranormal or anything like that. I just can't get comfortable in my own bed.
It's too fucking hot.
Like I hope that other people can relate that like when you're laying down and trying to go to sleep, like you feel things that you wouldn't normally feel. Like,
well, no, that's how everything is. Like if you're hurting,
yeah.
Like for instance,
like pains or
like if you stub your toe or like you have like a scar, like you cut something because it's dark, so your eyesight's best.
Mm-hmm.
Your pillow.
So it takes that like
so you're and if you're sleeping on your side, your pillow, so you only hear out of one ear, so you're losing more. You can't really.
So your senses focus on other things.
Yeah, so your senses are like more.
Mm-hmm. Like you notice that you're uncomfortable in places that you wouldn't normally notice you're uncomfortable with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like say I can sit in the chair and I can say I'm comfortable right now, but if I was trying to go to sleep, like I feel more uncomfortableness in like the bends of my knees or something like that.
Yeah, my elbow.
So and I feel like there's only been a couple of times, like it's not often. It's only like it's like on and off. I don't know. I can't really tell you when it happens or not, or why it happens. But
that happens to me too. It's just kind of like a few days.
No matter how long I lay there, I can't go to sleep. Like I will sit there with my eyes closed for like an hour and a half, and I will not go to sleep just because I can't get comfortable.
No, if it's like 30 minutes, I get up and take some melatonin.
So I get real annoyed. Yeah, I don't like taking whatever the fuck to help.
It's literally what makes you go to sleep.
I know, but
melatonin. It's literally what's in your brain.
Naturally sleep.
Well, you don't naturally sleep anyways. Melatonin's what puts you to sleep in your brain anyways. Whatever. It's natural.
So I was having one of those nights where I couldn't go to sleep, and I was literally trying everything. I was trying any position. Like imagine I fell off a building, and how I landed is how I was trying to sleep. Like I'd have my hands behind my back, like freaking sideways, fucking upside down, literally anything. And I said our beds are next to the window of the apartment, and I think it was a cold night that night. I think it was like during the winter.
Shit, it'd be nice to be cold. Like,
of course, it was like 3 a.m., so it was dark as fuck.
The witching hour. Dun, dun,
yeah, I honestly don't
remember. Was it 3?
3. I don't remember. I don't know if I checked the time at all.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck with shit at 3:33 a.m. I'm like, I'm not really superstitious, but I'm like, I don't want to push.
And I can tell you what position I was in. I had my hands behind my back like I was tied up, like kidnapped and just like thrown on the bed. I was facing my face towards the window, and I was like just telling myself, fucking go to sleep already. This is getting ridiculous.
You just gotta empty your mind. Like
in that moment, like while I was doing that, like I heard
something or somebody whisper into my into my ear, and I freaked the fuck out. I immediately got up.
I think I was at work.
What the?
Was that?
You were at
I was
work,
at work.
It was. It might have been a Friday or Saturday because that's when he works.
I work overnights.
Yeah, he works late.
Well, we both do.
Yeah, he wasn't here. And so I freaked the fuck out and got up like, what the fuck was that? You're like, I'm ready. Yeah, literally. And because like,
dude,
it came from the direction my ear that was facing the window, so it couldn't have been somebody in the room like whispering into me.
Well, what if they were
into my ear? Then I would have fucking like rammed my head into them getting up. So like, there was nobody there. I checked my room. And this is also when I had my lamp turned to red because fucking I heard that red light doesn't fuck with your night vision.
I think it was mainly. I have no idea.
I don't know, but that's why I have it.
No, it's like you check your room.
Like I checked the fucking closet, I checked the desk, like the bed.
I'm surprised you didn't start checking the whole apartment. I mean, take like a minute.
Maybe I did. Maybe I like turn on the lights to look around.
I would have too. Fuck that. If I hear a motherfucker whispering, I'm like, Katana, where the fuck you at?
It's like, I didn't know how to explain it because he wasn't here and the door was locked. I'm pretty sure I made sure to check
we checked that.
And he locks it whenever he leaves, so like I just couldn't explain it. It was so weird, like it came out of nowhere.
Well, and he was saying like, oh, maybe it was the wind.
Yeah, because I could definitely feel the wind through the window coming through.
Yeah, because we didn't have AC at the time.
Tight.
We had no AC during this time. So we had to have our windows open.
No, but the window was closed now.
How do you fucking feel that wind?
Because it's not that tight, you know? Freaking, that thing slides on its own and shit. It's not that airtight.
That's fine.
I can definitely feel the wind.
Well, you got a shitty one.
And so, like, I didn't really know what to chalk it up to. I think I chalked it up to that I was just so tired.
You just hallucinated.
Maybe, I just, like, audible hallucination. Mm-hmm. Like, I just imagined it.
That's a great way to get you...
But the thing that I didn't tell you about, I don't know if I told you, but I had a similar experience again.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, it wasn't a hey. I don't know what they said. Maybe it was a greeting too. Like they were saying something like hello or something. But this time, I didn't freak out. Like I just heard it's like, oh, hey. Like I just responded back to them. Like, oh. You've already done this to me once, so like I guess I wasn't surprised. And I was like laying on my back in the bed, like with the light red again, like the exact same situation basically. And I was just trying to go to sleep, and I heard them like say something. And I'm like, oh hey.
I'd be like, nah, fuck that.
And I just stayed laying there.
Power of Christ compels you.
That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to paranormal stuff, even if it does happen, I feel like I'm just chill with it because from like most of the shit you see online is like if you try to get a reaction. Or like you're like actively looking for something. Like most like bad shit happens. Like
I've been like, oh hell the fuck,
they start threatening you or something. And if you freak the fuck out, it makes it worse too because then it's like, oh, you're scared of
slowly grabbing my freaking 9 bill out of my
so you're scared of them, and they're like, oh, okay, I can fuck with these guys now. So like, I think if you have a negative reaction to them,
hey man,
they just exacerbate.
Are ghosts immune to bullets? We'll find out in the next episode.
But that was what was going through my mind whenever that happened. I was like, well, oh, hi. Like, you're basically just like another roommate or something.
I hear a motherfucker say,
like, when I notice the lights flickering, I'm like, why are you making the lights flicker?
I literally,
like,
I have thoughts. Like, whenever I'm sleeping, I'm like, this is a thing for me. Like, I don't like sleeping with my back to an exit. I like having my back to a wall so I can see.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. I don't like having like exposed. Like the thing is, I like sleeping with my back because I'm always sleeping on one side because I like facing the door so I can see everything around me. Like, okay, I'm safe. I can check here.
Yeah, no, I'm opposite. I like facing the wall and sleeping to my back to the door.
But then I'm sleeping in that same position so much. I'm like, okay, I need to switch. But then I'm like I feel like I could feel like I just have a bad feeling. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm exposed.
Like I'm one of those two where like I have to turn at least once. In order to actually sleep.
Oh, I toss and turn before. Well, yeah, it's like I feel like I'm exposed if I have my back towards the door because I'm like I don't know what I can't say anything. If I hear a noise, I have to turn around, and I can't just go. Okay.
Like, I don't know if it's weird, but like whenever the lights flicker, I like talk to them like, "Why are you making the lights flicker?" There's definitely better modes of communication than fucking Morse code with the lights. I don't even know Morse code, so like, what are you trying to tell me here?
It's like,
oh god,
SOS.
Oh,
I
hell
haven't had
no.
that yet.
If the ghost be sent, if the ghost needs help, we in trouble.
Like these lights, like we recently replaced them.
Two
so,
of them.
like I don't know
Well, if
they're just
later,
really
too.
that dog shit that they're flickering now again.
Well, I don't know about those two, but those two in the back.
I swear it never flickers when I have it open and like you could see into it. Like if you could see into it, it never fucking flickers.
They don't want to
If
fuck
I'm
with
in there by
they
myself,
ain't trying to fuck with me.
if I'm in there by myself with the room locked, it's like it's going nuts, and I'm like,
See, this is because my guardian spirit. Apparently.
and like the thing is that I've also noticed it at like in certain classrooms and at work.
He said that like we were walking. Okay, so he was walking to class. I was walking to work. We're just walking together. He said he noticed a light flicker in the broad ass daylight. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "What light?"
Like what? Do you think I meant the sun was flickering?
No. I was just like, "What light? Like what? Where?" I was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" It was just weird.
I don't know what light you're talking about.
I think this is on the one at your building to go to class.
Oh yeah, no. In that classroom, yeah, no. There's two lights now that are flickering. It's only on my side too.
Bro, you should look into this. This is people say that a light's flickering. Yeah, it's communication. Or
and I swear it's only lights that are close to me too. Like there's only one that's like just about overhead to me.
I think another one's also it's like like something bad's about to happen, and they're trying to like.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, so I don't think that's
knock on wood. No, you can also kind of like think of flickering lights, especially with the fan, because like kind of plays tricks on your eye.
Like at this point, I'm just like, I don't know, maybe the lights are just.
No, if I hear a motherfucker say,
I just like to play along, just like say like, oh, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but
no, like I so this motherfucker forgot some stuff sometimes at work. It's not fun getting up at 3 a.m. getting a text. I forgot my ID
and my keys.
Yes,
and my phone.
So then I told him one day, I'm like, what if you forgot your phone and you can't get it and you have to like walk your ass back, open the door, and I was like, dude, if I see a motherfucker in my doorway, I'm going into fight mode real fucking quick. Cause I'm like, if I just see someone like in my doorway,
I would turn on the light.
I know,
I just stand there
I would.
in the darkness.
But you would have to go into my room to turn on the light. And I would be like confused, like, what the fuck? Oh shit, it's you. But like, that's just gotta be like deathly creepy. It's like someone just like in your.
Like the only time I don't turn on the lights is when I'm like at the end of my shift. I come in because he's asleep at that point.
Yeah.
So I open the door. I just leave all the lights off because I mean, at this point I'm pretty familiar with the apartment, and I think I have pretty good night vision. So I just like walk through, like maybe I feel my.
Well, plus my room is literally in the line of sight of everything. Yours is you're like a little protected enclave. I'm like exposed to the dangerous elements of the world over here.
And you're the one that has their fucking door open, so it's your own damn fault.
It's hot as shit in this apartment.
Just turn the fan. You always have your fan on anyway. Like the fuck, just keep the door closed. Don't keep the cold air in.
No, it's just hot. But yeah, I'm like, okay,
you're just retarded. I keep both my doors locked. I had to fuck that shit.
Yeah, so if I'm getting killed over here, if I'm
getting
stabbed to death in my bed,
we did find a mysterious alcohol bottle in his drawer. Maybe no explanation.
Maybe my great grandfather Christian was trying to get me lit. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I still have no explanation for that. That's still top 10 mysteries of the world right here.
But yeah, that's the only recent stuff. Like,
I
was never expecting that to happen.
Well, I'm trying to think, because A&M, there's been, like, some things, because I actually wanted to go ghost hunting here, not gonna lie. Because there was, like, maybe there's some, like, things that people, like, reported on campus, like, oh, these things here and there. Oh, and there's a video, remember, a Nuke's Top 5 showed a video at Texas A&M, a dorm, where a door opened and, like, a bed flew out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the
he had, like, a bed laying across, like,
leaning
against the wall, and it just, like, flew across the room or something.
He was like, oh, hell no. Fuck that.
I mean, wouldn't you be surprised? I mean, how long has this bitch been open? Like now?
1800s.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
there's bound to be somebody.
18. I don't know.
Like, we definitely know people have died on campus. I mean, we literally have the bonfire memorial. So
yeah.
Like, it's not out of the question.
Oh, for sure. No, but I don't know. Paranormal is interesting to me because it's something you can't explain, really. Like, you have all these people like, oh, EMF boxes and shit. I don't know if that I don't know if that's true. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Did anything happen in Lexington? Because we were in Boy Scouts and we went onto the Lexington.
I think we're just. I feel like I
Fucking
remember
around.
like us just being dumb, like in our bunks,
We're
just,
being
like, fucking around at
dickheads.
night, like.
So we were sleeping in like some corners. we were. Well, no, I did some fucked up shit. So
No,
we
I
were.
feel like there was something though. I feel like.
Well, oh wait, no.
Or was it during the bunks?
No. I think there was something actually. So I'm trying to remember. So I remember in the bunks, we would be like right before we went to bed, like whoa, doing all this dumb shit, and then I stayed up like 3 hours after that, and then I was like. And I was like, he was sleeping on a bunk under me, and I was above him, and we were like, there's like a metal sheet, so I'm like slam me, like, what the fuck? You know, like,
I don't remember this.
I'm over like sleeping, like, what the fuck, man? What's that? And I was like, what the fuck? They were like panicking. I'm taking this. I need a drink.
Bitch.
Yes, taking a little bit.
More than a little bit.
Oh, excuse me. Liquor's taking me dry. But yeah, so we're just slamming shit, and then they're like, "What the fuck? Oh my god, it's a ghost!"
Because I feel like we heard like slamming or something like down one of the corridors that we couldn't go into. I feel like that's what it
Yeah,
was.
because we were free to explore. We couldn't go through
But
certain.
there was some sections that were like chained off. That said
Well, we did go down.
I don't.
I did. I know I did. I walked down. I was like, "Oh, this shit's cool, bro. What the hell?"
I feel like we were like knocking or slamming.
Like we heard something down there. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Oh, that's weird. Well, and then there was the SO lounge that we went into, and that was supposed to be like where there was a lot of sightings of ghosts and stuff. And I did feel really weird, and I was like, this is weird. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. 'Cause
The only other thing that I could say that's like happened personally to me, I don't know if I'd call it paranormal. A lot of my experiences, like the one that I just told you about, my cousins in the funeral parlor,
Yeah.
laundromat, shit, fucking, I call it like shared memories that like, but it's weird because it's only with like a certain people.
Yeah.
Like with that one, it's my cousin,
Mhm.
and there's another one that I remember that's with my sister specifically. But there were other people involved in the situation
They don't
that
know.
they do not
Yeah.
remember that. It's always adults.
I'm pretty sure
My
that's
grandma
I'm pretty
didn't
sure that's a
remember.
thing.
Mm-hmm. And then my parents, because like the one with my sister, I don't know, I don't remember the context. Like I don't know if this was a dream or not, because I feel like we've had dreams that have also been pretty similar, but I don't remember those
Connected
vividly
dreams or shared dreams.
Mm-hmm, definitely. But like I don't know if this was that case or not. But like I remember one time, me and my sister, we had an old black Tahoe that my parents used to drive. And one time they got out to do something and they left me and my sister in there. And me being a stupid kid, I started fucking with the controls of the fucking Tahoe. And I think I eventually let the brakes loose.
Somehow.
So, yeah, somehow. I don't remember where this was. Like,
Well, you probably would have had to take it in.
I feel like for some reason, like my mind takes me to Mexico. Like we were on a trip to Mexico or something, and we had the Tahoe. Like we drove there, and we had it there.
But, like,
we were like on a dirt road with like a hill.
I'm trying to think though, because like the only way to like take off the brakes was because you had to go out of park, and the only way to go out of park is if you brake.
I don't know. I could have done that, honestly. I was just fucking with everything, so.
But you have to have got into the driver's seat, press down the brake.
Yeah,
and
no, I was probably in. I feel like I was in the driver's seat. Yeah, just fucking around with shit.
So maybe, yeah.
So I definitely could have. Now that I think about it,
You left the car on.
I feel like I let the brakes loose, and fucking we start rolling down the hill, and me and my sister start freaking the fuck out because like we don't know how to stop it. And because we're just little dumb kids, like we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally trying everything that I could to try to get it to stop, and I eventually figured out, oh, there's the brake pedal, and I just start slamming the shit. And fucking eventually we stopped at the end of the hill, and eventually my parents figured it out and like came running and fucking like got us out, or like fixed everything, like put it back in park and shit, and like I feel like we were crying because we thought we were gonna fucking die. But, and I bring it up with my sister, and she says that she remembers a lot of the same details, like, pretty vividly, and it's pretty similar. Like, I don't know if there was many deviations in details or not. Like, I can't remember exactly. But when we bring it up to our parents, they say that it never happened. Like, I don't know if they have as bad a memory as us, or like just to them it never actually happened.
Maybe like a Schrodinger's brake pedal breaking, or maybe like it could be like a Mandela effect, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like there's another instance of that, but it's a lot more mundane. It's just like, I think it's when I had my phone. They're like maybe the first phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a iPhone 4 or something.
Yeah.
And we were in Seguin, and at the Little Caesars, I remember specifically, we were parked outside. I think they were getting food, and I got a call from somebody, and I think I don't know if I answered it. I feel like I answered it, and it sounded like a bunch of official shit. It was probably just a spam caller, like a telemarketer or something, like trying to do shit, and I was freaking out because
your social security number has been found.
I didn't know what to do because I answered them, and I didn't know what to do. I was like freaking out, like, is this important or something? I don't know if I just hung up. I probably did just hang up, but like my sister was there too, and we were trying to figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I remember that. That probably definitely could have happened, but I don't know if I ever brought it up with my parents. It's just one of those like weird memories that like you don't know if it was real or not. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, like I don't know that I don't say this is paranormal. It's just kind of like going off my instinct. At my uncle's old place, one that you've never been to any of them, but he had a place up near Ranger. He had about 500. He had a lot of land, and we were just I was driving my mom with a mule, just like a golf cart thing. We're driving, and I was just driving around, and I was driving, and I was going relatively fast because I'm like, yeah, okay, bro, I'm gonna go fast. And then we were going up a hill, like just going up an incline, and I was like something in the back of my head, cause like we were going up, and we were going closer to the edge of this thing, and I was like, why am I not seeing a dip? And I just I just felt something was wrong in the back of my head. I was like I got like chills, like something's not right. So I stopped and I walked out, and this was like a sheer cliff. Like it was like the end of the road, and like it was just like I wouldn't say sheer. It was like this, and like
pretty steep.
yeah, I think you
like if you went full speed off that,
no,
you probably
it was like probably like a 100, 200 foot drop.
yeah.
You were. I think you could take a mule up there. I never fucking tried it because that shit was like that. It was steep as fuck. I think they started like just throwing like gravel and shit down to like make it less so. But I was like, I remember too, like it was going on. It was like a bright light that way we were driving towards. I was like, oh no, something, fuck that, And I stopped. I was like, whoa, my god! If we kept going, we could have fucking died. And my mom was like, wow, that's
She didn't notice either. Fuck.
no, because we didn't know. Because we're like, we always see it's just the edge, and we set back that it's just gonna go down.
No.
But we're just like, whoa. Like I don't attribute it to paranormal. I was just like,
your sixth sense.
just a sense like danger, like stop, no, don't proceed.
I mean, I don't know if I really have a use for that. I feel like I'm just a pretty cautious person to begin with. Like I always check for shit. Like even if I feel like I'm alone, I'm always looking around and shit.
Yeah.
Just in case. I don't know if it's like anxiety or just like I don't know.
I just don't like.
Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember one other like experience that I had. I don't like I'd say it's paranormal, but I don't know. Because now it's the other grandparents' place that they have. I can't say it's like definitely they're not ancestral homes or anything like they just bought the place and they lived there for several years now since they lived here now.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-story building. It's pretty old, like you can see the fucking wood again. Like they remodeled it a bit now. But I remember and my cousins another set of cousins stayed there too. Like my grandma took care of a bunch of us. And there was one time we were going up the stairs because there was only stairs to get to the second floor. And there's this window like at the end of the hallway at the top of the stairs, like right next to it on the left. and it looks out into our neighbor's or their neighbor's house. And all I knew of the neighbors is that like they were old. It's like they've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I never met them personally. I don't think I ever talked to them. I just knew of them. And there's this one day. I feel like it was overcast or like stormy. And no, it wasn't stormy. Definitely there's clouds. It was dark.
Stereotypical, right? You know.
Yeah, and we got up the stairs, and I was with my cousins, and for some reason we took a glimpse out the window, and we saw like this like mutilated baby crawling along the sidewalk that he had on
Excuse
the side
me?
of his house. Yes.
What the fuck?
Like
That
I feel
escalated
like
quickly.
It had no head or like limbs. I think it, like
Just
somehow it was like
No, it's like the cartoon thing. You like
yeah.
double take. Like what
It's
the
like-
fuck?
It had. I feel like it had no limbs, or maybe it had like one leg or something.
It was
like,
just-
but it was
dude.
not a full baby, and it was just like somehow crawling along the fucking sidewalk,
Abortion and
just
pizza.
leaving a fucking blood trail.
Abortions and pizza. Today's loss is tomorrow's sauce.
And I feel like we all saw it too.
You're just like that was shaking you up. I would
We
imagine.
didn't- I can't really say it did. Like I don't know. It was weird, yeah, but I don't think it scarred me in any way.
No, I'm just like you're just like what the
But
shaking.
yeah, it's definitely like what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Like,
just shaking up. You're like what?
Like I don't exactly remember the aftermath. I don't know if we like looked away and then looked back and it was just gone.
Yeah, that's.
But like I feel like it was my older cousin and my younger cousin again.
Yeah.
I feel like we all saw it, but we are not sure if it actually happened now because now that we look back, there's nothing fucking there. So
I don't know.
yeah, that's not the only other thing that I remember. I feel like it wasn't as significant because it's just like a one thing. Like
That's still pretty fucking creepy.
but yeah. But we were little kids. Like, how the fuck do we get a mutilated baby all into our heads at the same time, looking out this window?
That's just creepy. Maybe there was like a baby.
And like, it doesn't help that I don't know the history of the place. Like, I don't know. Maybe it could have been like
Maybe
a
there-
child predator, murder, or something.
You know, maybe like a child got killed or something.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
I have no. Yeah, that's disturbing. I don't know. I can't think of really anything else. The only things that are really interesting are dreams, but we'll have to save that for the next podcast.
Oh yeah, and I need to go to the restroom.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like. Comment down below. What do you want us to talk about? Like I said, we're pretty much open to talk about anything.
Yes, please.
Yeah. We like paranormal stuff. I like cryptids. It's pretty interesting.
And if y'all want, I can talk about my mom's stories, but like, it's not really my experience. So
Yeah,
it's
so-
secondhand.
Yeah. But yeah, just comment down below if you want us to talk about anything, because fuck it, I'm down. More interesting topics.
Literally anything at this point. I don't care.
Yes. DMT. Fuck workouts. Well,
Not taking DMT, but if y'all
Fuck
have
that.
personal stories, I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. Comment down below any stories. So comment down below any paranormal stories, any high school drama stories. Fuck
Had
it.
anything similar? You can give me some insight on what the fuck I've been experiencing.
Or have you heard of? I would imagine you've heard of time slips, or have you experienced one? Comment down
I
below.
don't think I've ever actually. Well, no, never mind. Yeah, scratch that. I have heard of it, but like
Not like
never heard it like referred to as a time slip.
yeah. So yeah, see y'all for the next.
Okay.